We're not playing any more music. Good evening, everybody. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. How's everybody doing this lovely, awful, dreadful evening? How's everybody doing? Welcome in, Nose Tampon. What a crazy name. I keep forgetting you have that username. Thank you. Hello, Digital Sketch. Hello, Dots. Hello, Illy. I think I say that right. Hello, Opal. Hello, Ivy. Hello, Ollie. Hello, Joshua. Welcome in, welcome in. Hello, Olivia. Hello, Mac. Hello, Bayalala? I can't say that name right. Hello in Doom Skywalker. Hello, Valindan Hours. Ace Madness. Hello, hello, hello. Why are you streaming so late? I was busy, okay? Evil stuff happening, okay? I've been looking at some stuff, okay? I've been very busy. I've been very busy tonight, okay? I was trying to do some archiving. I can't stream and archive because this laptop would probably start sparking and exploding. Okay. So. Let's get into it, okay? So. Bit of a shorter one, right? But I feel like it's worth noting in the title, considering I did a whole fucking video on the weirdo. Apparently, right? Apparently, the Omega has returned. Again. Now, if anyone hasn't watched my V Omega video, which you should, it's on the channel, haha, you should watch it. It's a pretty cool video, you know? V Omega was basically the Jeffrey Epstein of the SCC. He would solicit minors for nudes, he was a groomer, he was a pedophile, he was a serial harasser, he came back under several different aliases to try and come back to the community and basically stalking people, right? Now, shouts out to Ren, right? They were able to find this. I was told about this today. I believe Gilla told me. Oh, thank you very much, Digital Sketch, for being a member for 7 months. That's crazy. 7 months? There is a distinct lack of money being thrown at Yen. We should change that. True. So fucking true. But anyway, back on track. So, that's who V is. Again, I would be here all day. If I was to go through everything with V. Watch the video, okay? It's very informative. But yes, let's switch to what we're going to be looking at today. Right? So, Rin made this post on Blue Sky. Let's see. Anyway, block and avoid marked by the beast on Blue Sky, right? It's V Omega's new account. He lied about not making any new social media, as all people like him do. He didn't even bother changing his art style, and even made art of himself imprisoned with his other Sonas crucified. What a sly individual, right? Very, very on track for V to do, to be honest. To be honest, we're talking about the same guy who went ahead and went under the moniker, right, of the alt CC, right, and then basically made it very blatant that it was clearly the Omega, considering how he knew way too much about Neko Koda, okay? It was not well hidden in the slightest, okay? He is a crazy... How do I even describe this guy? He's like those people who unironically, like, without the bit, think that, like, they're online vigilantes, right? Except they're pedophiles. Fuck me. Okay. And this is Rin's evidence. I'm thankful yet again you made it too obvious because you blocked your victims, given I checked those who blocked Chuli to see if anyone was suspicious or just a loser to protect her. I checked blocks to see if a freak made an alt and blocked their victims, and you blocked Joni and O too. Oops. Now we have this. This person has blocked both Chuli, Joni, and Pouring O, right? All 3 of those people being victims of V. And I believe that's... Spocter? They've blocked Spocter. Interesting. Thank you very much, Ace Madness, for the $2 US. Stuffs the money into a cannon and fires it at Yen. Thank you very much. That's very, very generous of you. Thank you very much. So yeah, if that wasn't enough, right? We also have this post here, right? You're not slick. Now, we've seen this image. Now, this is his DeviantArt account, right? So this is his new character. Now, I know Rin is going to highlight a few things here, but there's some blatant things here. You have these two characters in the background, right? Who could these characters possibly be? This is the one of his aliases that he used to go under. See the similarities? You got the black hair here, you got it here. You've got like the shading here. It's very blatant. The nose and everything is exact. The face shape, everything, right? This is when he was going under the oh, what was it? Oh god, it was the oh god, it's on the tip of my tongue. I believe it was after the Alt CC. I think Ren's even put it down here. It was retro binary stalk account. That was the one. It was the binary stalk account, I believe, or at least the one after it, right? I included those in the video as well. Now this one is incredibly fucking weird, right? Because this is Joni. This is one of these victims. Now, this one's not as blatant, right? But I mean, you look at the fur on this, right? Let me just zoom in a bit more for you guys to see. You see the little fur patterns and stuff? You see it's a rabbit with the tuft of hair. And let me zoom out. Little bits of tufts here, the rabbit ears, the tuft of hair, right? That is clearly what this is. This guy is psychotic. This is Joni's old Sona. Yes, this is her old Sona. Yes. Didn't he also have a thing about bunnies? I did not know that, but it's very disturbing. Yes, I do agree. Down to the art style similarities too. You know, even if you're not V, blocking his victims while making vent art, crucifying your old Sonas is a hell of a way, fucking out. You're crucifying your old Sonas in hell while making talking sprites and saying you're an editor gives it a tad too much, methinks. I thought this was Joni's old sprite, right? I swear it was. Because it's at least the similar colors, yeah, with the glasses. I believe this one's Joni. I believe this one is meant to be Joni. I will have a look at this. I'm just hoping I think I did check this beforehand. So this is the new character. Let's see. The shading's not the exact same. Maybe I'm not very good with like art analysis, but it's not extremely similar. But given the fact that they've blocked, right, all of these victims, I remember V also having a bunny. Oh, okay. It's very weirdly similar, like, to the color scheme of Joni's then. Very weird, either way, right? I could be wrong on that then, that could be my bad. If it is Joni, even more fucked up, right? I've been hot, yeah. Artwork. Let's see. Big fan of the gorillas. Does video editing. Okay. Also posted an art tutorial with 8-bit font. Doesn't help your case. Let's see. Oh, it's the same. Oh no, that's his other account. Oh wow, he's actually uploading? Bro. There's no fucking shot, right? It's very blatantly these characters, right? Now, again, this is why I'm very, like, I would be very, like, 98% confident this is V, right? Because if this was someone who just hates V, right, you wouldn't then block the victims. Very weird. Very weird. I'm seeing free ads, and the first comment I see about someone getting crucified, yep, it's a Yen stream, alright. You're getting ads? Really? I thought I had manual ads on. I shouldn't be... Hold on, sorry guys. Let me try and fix that for you if you guys are getting ads. I'm so sorry. I don't try and do that. I like you guys actually be able to engage in the content. Sorry. Mode manual. Yeah, manual. You shouldn't be getting ads unless YouTube is like automating it. Oh, pre-roll. The pre-roll ads. Got it. Okay, pre-roll ads. Okay, there you go. You turned them on, Ivy? Of course you did. Of course you did. But yeah. They had matching OCs at one point, I think, but I could be wrong. V had a thing for the horny bunny furry trope. If I can't really remember. Oh, IRC? Oh my god, I feel old. I don't understand. I need to go back through a bunch of old shit to double check. Fair enough. Fair enough. But yeah. That's the main thing for like the V segment. I will say this now. Do not engage with this account, okay? Don't engage with them. They are insane, okay? They have been known for stalking and harassing people they don't like, okay? Do not interact with the Omega, genuinely, okay? Like, this guy's insane, right? I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to do stuff to get your account taken down. Yeah, do not touch the poo. Exactly. Do not touch the poo. Do not touch the pedophile, okay? Please do not. Please do not. That's my one request. But, anyways, that is a very brief V section, okay? So, next thing we're gonna look at. I kind of missed out on some Noah content recently. Now, from my memory, I can't remember if I actually covered this, but TLDR on the stuff that's updated with Noah, right? Otterlynoah, the guy who was going around copying people's content, right? Basically, he had Jeff Peely, the person who was posting Lolicon in his server, right? Fuck's sake, nightmares. He basically was like, huh, I would let you back in my server if you go ahead and pay for me to go to this pay for my rooming at this convention. The guy, again, you can say what you want about Jeff Peely, but from my understanding, the guy was on like benefits, and Noah was aware of this and wanted this guy to pay for his housing to be kept back in the server. I'm just gonna read what Nightmares just said. Orders not received, JK. Thank you. Thank you. But now I've been informed by our favorite Noah A-logger. I see you. I see you. Oh, Noah in waiting. That would have been crazy. Sorry, future in waiting. Okay. Hello, future.
Hello.
Of course, that's your joining noise. Fucking hell. Hey, Dan.
I'm doing pretty good. Sorry, let me just get to the VC. There we are. So you're going over Noah. I mean, I'm the expert on Noah.
Yeah. So I missed out. I didn't have it in front of me. I didn't think about it until I clicked the go live button. From my understanding, aside from this, I haven't read this just yet. But my understanding, the updates with Noah is the whole thing with Jeff Peely. Basically trying to get him to pay for Noah's accommodation at VidCon or a convention.
That wasn't. You didn't see the new leaked DMs, did you?
I don't believe so. Wait, sorry? No, I did not know about that. What? Sorry, what? The diaper? Okay, I know.
So TLDR on this one.
Do tell.
Is that there was a 16-year-old minor that Noah had banned in your server.
Okay.
Noah the minor contacts Noah and says, "Why was I banned? I can't see the server." And he's like, "Because you're a minor, but you can still talk to me." So they were still talking in DMs, which is already pretty cooked.
Yeah.
Right. It's not a great look to say like, "Oh, as an adult, you can keep talking to me."
Right.
The minor confesses and confides in Otterlynoah and admits that they are an age regressor and have a diaper fetish.
Oh.
Now,
no.
Granted, Noah shuts down the conversation.
Okay, good.
He's like, "I don't want to hear about this."
Okay.
But he still continues to have calls and DMs with this minor afterwards. That's the whole update drama.
Why?
I don't know why. It's just like it's completely and utterly irresponsible. Like this guy's like completely moronic.
Why, man? Like again, there's nothing like clearly like predatory with it, right? But it's incredibly weird. Why do you want to just be talking to kids, bro? What the fuck?
Right. It's really fucking weird. And again, like I don't think it was like grooming or predatory by any means. It's just like it's really fucking weird.
Yeah.
Also incredibly funny. But so that was the whole drama. There's a little bit of like a side drama with that.
Okay.
So the people who had like released that had censored the name of the minor.
Right.
Noah in his server, like his new server,
Hmm. Oh, he's got a new
outed
one. Great.
who that person was he was talking to. He's because
Oh
he
no.
recognized the DMs. Well, the people who had censored the image and gave it to Wargaming Dad claimed publicly and were saying that Noah doxed this person, and they were calling it doxing. It's obviously not
Interesting.
doxing.
No, is it just
It's not
leaking the
doxing.
username? Is that the
Yeah,
alias?
it's literally just leaking the username.
Right.
So,
I still wouldn't do that, especially considering they're a kid. But what the hell?
right. But
That's incredibly weirdly petty to do. Just like, oh, this minor leaked my DMs. I'm gonna go ahead and tell people who it is. Like that could
right.
again cause
Like,
issues.
it's like, it's incredibly stupid.
Yeah.
Incredibly stupid. And it's a shitty thing to do, but like, is it doxing? No. Like,
No.
it's not personally identifiable information. You can't like find the guy's like real life like house through that kind of information.
Orders
So
not
like,
received. Sorry, what? Sorry. Yeah. Gulp.
gulp.
But yeah. Fucking weird, man. I don't understand. I don't understand this guy's logic, okay? Like, it doesn't make any sense, bro. Just like
No.
he could have just like disappeared into that sweet good night, right? And we would have never talked
Right.
about him again. Right? He could have kept doing his shitty fucking like media reviews and no one would fucking talk about him, but then he has to do this shit. Even though he should be blatantly aware by now that he has a microscope on him at the moment. Like waiting because it's still within
Yeah.
that time frame. I just like, okay, let's see what else we can like tap from the Noah content tree before it dries out.
Yeah. I mean, like, all Noah had to do was after the DMCA stuff, after the Toastify videos, was to just log off and like do like a one final public apology for the Discord stuff. And that was it. Right. Like, if he just stopped there, he logged off, went and got like serious help,
Yeah.
and didn't touch the internet for quite a few months, and he came back, he probably would be fine. His career would be tarnished.
Right.
This
Yeah.
shit would be following him forever. But like, he could still like be a content creator. Obviously, people are gonna bring this up. They're fuck with him with that.
Absolutely.
But like, if he just did that and he showed like genuine change, even I would be proud of Noah if he showed like a genuine change. But the issue was like, not even like what, a couple weeks later of the Toastify video, he's like, he's extorting Jeff Piat.
He's still on his bullshit. Like, dude, like how recent was like the Jeff Piat stuff? Was that like during the drama or was it like after the Toastify shit for the dates?
It was after the Toastify stuff.
Dude, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, why do you think that's a good idea? Jeff Piat's already got a fucking microscope on him as well. Of course he's gonna fucking, like, not want to be your buddy. Like, what?
Yeah. It's incredibly stupid. There's, like, apparently Noah, it's been leaked to me, but apparently they're not allowing it to be public right now. It's really, really gay. But the thing that was leaked to me is that Noah was trying to set up a gay op against Anthony Gramuglia to expose him for something. It's like, dude, like, you just proved yourself as being so utterly malicious. You're gonna go and try to gay op somebody now? Like, what are you doing?
Dude, the armored autists, bro. Like, I don't fucking know. Like, the autist Avengers. I don't understand that. That's so Kino. What the fuck? He should have done that. It would have been great. It would have gone so well.
Dude,
it's like three guys in a trench coat go up to Anthony. Just an account assistant.
What's great though is that the people with those screenshots already let Anthony know, like, right away when it happened. So like, Anthony already knows that, like, Noah's trying to fuck him over and like gay op him.
Yeah,
which is really fucking funny. Like,
dude, what the fuck?
Like, I don't understand why this guy still thinks he could be a master manipulator. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you clearly suck at it. Just stop doing it.
Yeah. He's awful at it, right? He has like these like secret meetings, but in reality he's talking about it in like a public park right next to the police station. It's so weird.
Right.
It's so weird, man. Like,
he's
what the fuck?
By far one of the most hilarious fucking lolcows that I've ever had to cover. He's extremely hilarious.
It's so great, man. Okay. Mm. Right. Let's have a look at this. Apparently, this is an apology or something because our favorite Noah A-logger, I see you in the chat, wanted me to look at this. We didn't have enough time last night because I was sick. Listing every mistake clearly I've made since the start of this year, what I've been doing to make amends with those who've let me, and what I will do for others and myself. I do not want to cover anything up. Sure. Because nothing will change if I do. Just as full docs. Anyway, a lot's happened since the start of the year regarding me. My community and the way I've handled situations and treated various people. Sure. I want to explain all of it. Everything that's happened since January this year. So that it's clear what happened, and also clear I'm not making any excuses for anything that happened, or try to cover anything up. Okay.
I mean,
even though that was the whole drama, even though that was like the entire drama.
I've read this response. He doesn't address anything about the Discord issue.
Interesting.
In the Toast 5 video.
Right.
And he's fully aware of it. People have, like, in the Jeff Piot logs, Jeff Piot mentions about that.
Yeah.
In the DMs that I have with Camelot Bard and Noah. Camelot Bard already let him know about the Discord NSFW and minors. And like the rubbing the lamp comment he made about Shantae.
Yeah.
So he knows about all that stuff, but it's not in this apology, which I find interesting. If he's trying to be like super upfront and honest.
Yeah. And also, so it's clear and what I've been doing, what I will be doing to make things right where I'm allowed to. Some of this has already been addressed before, but I'm going to go over it again for the sake of clarity. First off, in January of this year, I was called out for plagiarizing 3 different videos that belonged to my Hunting Grizzly Bears videos series I used to do. From my understanding, he still does them, but under like a private, like an unlisted playlist. So that's interesting.
I don't know anything about that. That's news to me.
Apparently he did like a very similar thing, like where he's like going after a specific content creator. I think it was like a One Piece thing. I'd have to find it.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So he did what he considered like a more positive Hunting Grizzly Bears video.
Oh, right.
Which was, it was just, he literally just changed the name of like all his Hunting Grizzly Bear videos. It's just like completely stupid.
It's like, I don't care, he does it, right? Don't get it wrong. I want him to, if anything, you know, if he's gonna fuck up again, you know, more content. But I'd prefer if he doesn't.
He did talk about wanting to do a Hunting Grizzly Bear video on Diorio. And
Please.
I'm still hopeful for it.
Okay, hold on. Pitch idea, right? 5-minute pitch. Just a robot, Otterlynoah, Vincent Martin on the scene, okay? They all go after Nicholas Diorio, okay? Boom. It would be beautiful.
The tag team video against Diorio.
Yeah. It'll be awesome.
I feel like that would work.
They have like their little avatars with like an explosion going off in the background. Like just like down, you know, like awesome shit like that. It'll be Kino.
Got the animation of Jar transforming into his
robot. It's like a mashup video of like them all like appearing like the Avengers. It's like you know, just the robot Vincent Martin after Noah will return in Avengers Doomsday. It'll be great.
I think, you know what, Noah, if you're listening, do it. You'll win. You'll win. I promise you.
Thank you very much, Mac, with some cheese for the $2. Do we need to preemptively misgender a preemptive misgender box for the future? Future will be fine. Someone drew me a misgender box little thing because Ivy accidentally kept misgendering Skittybitty last stream. But yeah.
You can misgender me. I think it's fine.
Yeah. The creators who were plagiarized were Shamu, Vincent Povrel?
Povrel.
I'm gonna stop doing the voice, it's gonna kill me. And Nerel. I have gone over this in my video in a video of mine on my YouTube channel, admitting these 3 creators were plagiarized before. This is probably the least of the things that have happened this year by comparison. But it's still worth bringing up and highlighting because it was still wrong. In order to make this particular situation right over the past few months, I've been working on paying back Shamu the ad revenue I made off the video that really was just his work. With no proper credit given whatsoever. I'm currently job searching, so it has been a long process to repay him.
Wait, he's job searching? So he lost his job in the film industry.
Oh, right, was in that, wasn't he? He was doing stuff in that
Yeah.
industry. Interesting. I wonder if it has something to do with this. They do normally, like, I wouldn't be surprised if they looked at this shit.
I mean, he probably talked about it and they looked at it and they're like, oh yeah, this is fucking cooked.
Oh yeah, he's probably just like, guys, I had the worst week possible. So what are you talking about? He just tells them everything. So
I would
wouldn't be
imagine that he
surprised.
did. Yeah.
So it's been a long process of repaying him, but I've stayed consistent as possible with. So wait, has he deleted his video where he copied Shamu? Because if he hasn't, that'll be really funny. So he's just consistently, like, at the end of the month, having to, for the rest of his days, like, sending like Shamu like pennies.
I mean,
because how does that work otherwise? Is he just in consistent debt to Shamu? Fucking track A park for Noah, okay.
I don't know. I mean, I'm checking right now. You can keep reading while I check, and then I can answer your question.
But I've stayed consistent as possible with that. But if you'd like confirmation on this from someone who's not me, I recommend asking Shamu himself. Once I'm done fully repaying Shamu, I'll be repaying Vincent as well. Neril did not want payment when I reached out to him. Boo. Secondly, the other thing that happened this year in April was me having my artist Deus Marionette false copyright claim a video that featured her art on the thumbnail. Okay, here we go. And was critical of me debunking various anti-woke creators. This is something I have discussed previously as well, but I should have just ignored the video made on me, rather than getting upset.
He's deleted the video.
Oh, okay, good. He's not in like eternal debt to Shamu.
I mean, I think it would be hilarious.
Yeah, it would. It really
just
would.
Leave the video up.
Now, of Shamu's condition, you have to keep the video up. He's paying reparations. Oh my god, Ivy.
I think it would be like really funny if he just left it up like unintentionally.
Yeah.
And it's like, I gotta keep paying back Shamu, and it's just like Shamu's like slowly like getting his retirement money out of fucking a disingenuous artist.
Just every day.
Like that'd be awesome.
Just for like every end of the month, this Shamu goes into his DMs, just like pay up. Give me the fucking money.
Yeah.
This is something that I have discussed previously as well, but I should have just ignored the video made on me rather than getting upset enough seeing it to have my artist strike down the video. So is he not actually addressing the part where he doesn't actually believe it's... There was a whole thing, right?
Can you read that one more time?
Yeah,
what did you say?
You're good. Deus Marionette false copyright claiming a video that featured on the thumbnail and was critical of me debunking various anti-woke creators. This is something I have discussed previously as well, but I should have just ignored the video made on me, rather than getting upset enough seeing it to have my artist strike down the video.
Okay, yeah, that's correct, yeah.
Yeah. But it's interesting that like he's not mentioning the fact that like he thought it was like racist, or he tried doing a cope that it was racist. Easily the worst part of this all is the fact that when people approached me after the video had been claimed and asked if I knew who Deus was and why she claimed it, I didn't admit right away that I'd been the one who put her up to claiming it to begin with. I was not honest with anyone at all in that situation, and there was, and still is, no excuse for anything I did that. Whether it was copyright claiming the video praising anti-woke creators... Really? That wasn't what was in the video. What are you talking about? What?
No,
it was
not even true.
It was a media review thing, right?
No. So what it was like in the video,
right?
Callisto is talking about like how Noah's arguments fail and like how disingenuous they are and how they misrepresent what like Nerdrotic and Critical Drinker mainly in that video. And in the video, by the way, Callisto's entirely fair. Like there's times where he agrees with Otterlynoah, and there's times that he fundamentally disagrees with what Nerdrotic says and what Critical Drinker says. And like at one time, Critical Drinker misappropriates a specific quote to an actress, which led to people believing that that actress had said something which led to her getting harassed. Critical Drinker has yet to like apologize for it or correct the record. That's like a big L. And like he criticized Critical Drinker in that video for that
Right.
specific situation. It's not praising, like, Callisto's entirely fair with his criticism. And then,
Yeah.
like, I wouldn't even consider it like a praise of anti-wokeness at all.
Yeah, because
Like, that's just like a complete misrepresentation of the video.
yeah, because I didn't remember anything like that. Like, again, it's interesting that he's even mentioning the substance of the video at this point, considering how the only reason why he, at least at the beginning, his claim was that he sent it to Deus was because it featured their artwork, and then later on did a
Right.
cope saying, oh, it's racism. It's a racist
Right.
video. So it's incredibly... He's lying again, which is interesting. Thank you very much,
Yeah.
Ace Madness, for the $2. He should change his name to Otterly Plagiarism. So true. Oh
True.
gosh, so true.
Utterly Malicious would be my one.
True, so true. Where was the copyright claim? Claiming the video praising anti-woke creators or lying to Deus, Wargaming Dad, Birdman, Kino Flex, and everyone else who was involved in that. I've discussed this at length in a video on my YouTube channel as well. Oh my
Well,
god, he does
I'm glad he apologized to the Birdman. Surely the Birdman's doing really well right now.
Yeah. Lastly, things that have happened in June have been brought things to another level entirely. In mid-June, a user who became invested in my content through my hunting grizzly bear videos, voice crack, hunting grizzly bear videos named GFPat was banned from my Discord server for spamming various channels and also being rude to people in some cases too. Spamming it with what, Noah? Spamming it with what? Interesting. When DMing Jeff about this while heated, I said I wanted money from him if he was ever going to rejoin the server. Bro. This was very wrong, This was a very wrong thing to say to him for multiple reasons, since as I learned about Jeff after calming down and talking to him a bit more, he is disabled, and also has a compulsive spending problem. It also turns out he spams Discord channels due to his mental condition and sense of isolation as well. I don't know, bro. He was posting very specific material. From what I gathered...
I mean, here's my thing, is like, I'm not giving Jeff Piat the pass by any means. Like, he's still, I would still consider him a lolicon freak. But this guy is like so incredibly disabled. I don't think he actually understands like what he's interacting with or what he likes is lolly. So, and I mean, like, this guy's like on SSI and fucking like his dad has to like manage his finances. So while I'm not giving him a pass for what he likes,
right,
I'm not going to go nearly as hard on him, and like I'm just kind of leaving him alone at this point.
Yeah, fair enough. I did immediately from what I gathered, I did immediately drop asking Jeff for money and realized how foolish it was to say given everything.
No,
because
that's a lie.
He got leaked, wasn't it? Before he could do anything to be like,
he pressured them multiple times about a room, and what Jeff Piat had told me was that the only reason why that Noah had canceled his flight was because Jeff Piat would not pick him up from the airport.
Interesting.
So like there was like a constant like form of like extortion pressuring Jeff Piat. He didn't immediately realize this. That's not true. And in the DMs later, if he references it, right, is he later told them that you need to go onto Twitter and say, I did not extort you. He didn't think what he did was wrong at the time. Never did.
No.
He only did it when everybody started criticizing him. And everybody's like, you fucking extorted like this incredibly disabled guy. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I think it's I think the framing here is weird also in terms of the timeline. Because again, I'd have to recheck the logs, right? But from my memory, the mentioning of Jeff Piat being on like assistance, I don't know what the correct word would be for it, was within the context of Noah asking him for money, right?
Correct. So what happened
him
was
saying
that
it was like a later thing is interesting.
Yeah, so like that's granted he could be misremembering, especially since the fact he went back to deleting his DMs with Jeff Piat about that stuff.
Right.
So interesting. But to give I hate to give fucking Noah good faith, but like that's probably what I would consider it is probably like a misremembering.
Well, if you
I
want,
don't know if it's entirely malicious because if he
can't give him
deleted the
that.
DMs and
I can't, because even if he's deleted the DMs, he could literally look at anyone else's coverage and then see the DMs for himself.
I don't think he wants to. I think he's trying to like blatantly ignore it.
True.
I mean, I guess you could consider that malicious, I guess.
Yeah. I would
Or,
say
like,
if the DMs
reckless, or maybe-
existed if the DMs exist publicly and he could have accessed them at any time to go ahead and actually be accurate with his recollection, then he should have done that. By not doing that, he's giving himself the opportunity to, even if you want to be extremely good faith and say it wasn't intentional, he's kind of like rosying up the what actually happened. But that's my opinion.
Yeah. But getting back to like how the money stuff brought up. So
right.
Jeff Piat wanted to get back in the Discord server. Noah said, the only way you're getting back in the server is if you pay me $100.
Yeah.
Jeff Piat said, I can't. I'm on disability. And then Noah's like, oh, well, don't you have like Cash App or Venmo? And he's like, I can't send you money because my dad handles my like SSI checks. And then Noah's like, oh, get your dad to send me money for room and board.
That was it.
So like again, like Noah is lying in his apology.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
absolutely. He can't stop lying, bro. He cannot stop lying. Let me turn this fan on a bit more. There we go. Where was I? There is no excuse for what I said to yeah, there is no excuse for what I said to Jeff whatsoever. While I did not receive money from Jeff at all, I'm going to send him $100 when I am financially able to. Oh wow, he's like, okay, he's actually kind of in the red, right? Since even though I didn't get that money from him, and technically I don't have to send him the $100 as a result. Oh, you're such a kind soul. Asking for it was still wrong. Yeah, he's saying that and technically he doesn't have to send him the money. Fuck now. This fucking guy, man.
Dude, like, he asked to be back in your Discord server, and you're saying, pay me $100 and I'll let you back in. After you like recognize that what he was posting was lolly.
Yeah.
And then, to be clear, his new server at the time when Jeff wanted to be back in was 16 plus. This guy's already like posted NSFW in your previous server. And he made a new server, made it 16 plus, while still allowing minors in. So the likelihood of Jeff Piat again posting NSFW is pretty high because you've already recognized in the DMs that's what he did. Right. So you're now extorting the guy for $100 to let him back in your server that has minors in it.
Exactly.
Like, dude.
Like, it's insane. It's insane. Like, there's a reason you banned him, and then you're like, okay, I'll reintroduce this dangerous threat. Okay. Well, not dangerous threat, or like a threat, considering he's put the stuff he posts in the server for a material value. Insane. And I feel like sending $100 is the best way to account for that. Worth noting, I already sent Jeff $33 at the start of July to refund him for a bunch of games he bought for me on GOG that I didn't ask for. Which Jeff himself has admitted.
No, that's a lie. That's a lie. He refunded him for all the memberships and everything that like he was going to do, like what Jeff Piat had spent. That is what it was. It was for the memberships.
Interesting.
Because the argument that Jeff Piat brought up was why not to send like $100 to him was like, I already support you on everything. And like, I'm getting you a bunch of games. It's not the GOG stuff. It's because of the membership stuff. That is just a lie.
Great. What a great apology so far. Oh my god. Which just himself has admitted before. Jeff, if you're reading this, keep an eye on your Cash App in the next few weeks for a payment of $100. It's worth noting this entire situation was addressed by an announcement in my Discord server when it happened. Is this Discord?
After Dickers pressured him, and it was because he allowed Dickers back in the server. And when he said he was leaking the entire logs about the conversation with Jeff Piot, he didn't post the entire logs and admitted the fact that he was like actually extorting the guy for $100. And then he omitted the DMs where he was telling Jeff Piot to specifically post what he to make lie posts where he was saying like I did not extort Jeff as proof of that. So no, the only reason why he made a statement in his post is because the fact that everybody was pressuring him to make an apology.
Yeah.
And to apologize to Jeff for trying to extort somebody.
Yeah, nothing about this guy is genuine in the slightest. If he felt actual remorse, he would have done it himself. He wouldn't need to be pressured. Like the second that you ask for have to pressure someone for an apology, it's not genuine. Also, I need to read this because I will do this. Sigma Nax in the chat says, "Hi, I'm the artist who drew that purple dragon from the thumbnail. I had no idea who that person was at the time. I found out today and blocked them. Could you please not use my art to show their image? That drawing has already been removed from the internet. I really don't want to be associated with them or have anything to do with them." Yeah, once I've done the stream, I'll go in and I'll edit the thumbnail. The only reason why I used it is because it was like the most recent alias he was using, and also I did not have a good picture of the Omega on hand. But yeah, I'll make sure to do that once the stream ends. That's totally fine. Also, I'm sorry that happened to you. I'm sorry because I understand the thing when like just some random artist gets commissioned and it turns out someone turns out, you know, to be an awful person, and then there's an immediate link between the artist and that awful person. But yeah, fair enough. I shall do that. The other thing worth addressing is that during my birthday stream on June the 11th, I happened to get a DM from someone that caught me very off guard, bringing up the situation with Jeff being brought to their attention, but also claiming I'd been DMing a 16-year-old girl. Okay, here we go. Which is a very concerning claim to see.
That claim is not true because the 16-year-old was a guy.
Right.
So I know the streamer in what she's talking about. Her name's Tabby Batty.
Okay.
Or whatever. Tabby Batty, I think is what it was. And so I had to go and DM them because they were calling Noah a predator.
Right.
And I was like, you can't be calling him that because the implication is that you're calling this guy a pedo. Like, you don't be saying that. I'm like, well, that's not what I'm referring to. I'm like, yes, I understand that's probably like not what you're referring to and that's not what you mean. But like, you need to make the clarification that's not what you're referring to, because in like online discourse, when you say predator in regards to like allegations with like a minor, like people are going to automatically think that like he's like a pedo or not.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
So I had to tell them that. And then they also corrected the 16-year-old girl thing.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Yeah, you don't need fake shit when there's actual criticizable stuff.
Right, exactly.
I was confused by what exactly he was referring to, but this person had blocked me, so I couldn't ask them to explain further. I decided probably what this person was referring to was a person who'd been removed from my community previously. And I also knew who had been reached out to by drama tubers as well. I also knew this person who'd been removed from the community had been continuing to reach out to other people in order to try and talk to me on my birthday, even though they'd already been told by others to not talk to me or other people they don't know again. As a result...
That is true, yeah.
Yeah. As a result, I reached out to another autistic friend of mine. I don't know why I have to specify that, but...
Of course.
And had them reach out to that person in order to get the truth out there. Just randomly... I don't understand why the autism needs to... Okay, whatever. Okay.
The autism is a very important...
Of course. It's a very important facet. Am I losing my mind? What the fuck?
I think he double posted.
Going about it. I should have come forward myself and discussed it, instead of having someone else try to discuss what happened for me. All of the things that happened this year have been my fault and my fault alone. And I've been open about about each and every one that occurred. No, you haven't.
No, not even in this apology. You haven't been open and upfront.
Exactly. I personally don't think the way to get better is to cover things up, but one thing that has held me back each time something like this has happened is my habit of coaching other people. As I've been told, when I am stressed, one thing I've often done is talk to other people to either do things for me to help me ease my own stress, or have them say specific things to other people, instead of me just talking to other people myself. Running. I've discussed it previously, but I recently started seeing a therapist again for the first time since 2019, which thankfully, at least so far, has seemed beneficial. I've been specifically bringing up the coaching subject with them, so I can find a better way to handle situations like this in general.
The issue that I have is like, I almost guarantee Noah is not being fully honest with her therapist.
Yeah. That's always the
So, like-
case, to be honest. Like, I mean, example from like my side of the internet, right? I doubt that like Nezzy Monster or like whoever the fuck, right, who have said in the past in the ACC, I'm going to a therapist, have been like truthful about a lot of the shit, right?
Right.
Because when it comes to like
Like-
endangering kids, then they bring that to the authorities, from my understanding. Their patient confidentiality only goes so far.
Well, the thing is, it's like in Noah's case, I don't think it would be illegal. It's just like
No, I'm just bringing up
incredibly,
like the
incredibly inappropriate.
yeah, no, don't get me wrong. I'm just bringing up the instances where people are just not very truthful with
Right.
therapists a lot of the
Like-
time.
Like, in all honesty, if like Noah were to ever like watch this stream, the thing that you would need to do is to show them both Toastify videos for a full explanation of your behavior
Yeah.
and like the specific timeline of events, how your actions were, how you tried to cover things up, and then you could get help, right? Because like therapy only goes so far, and in all honesty, therapy doesn't help at all unless you're like open and honest and upfront with your therapist right away.
Yeah, exactly. Who was it from the ACC who unironically showed a video that was criticizing them to their therapist? I can't remember, but that is something that has happened unironically in that space. They unironically, when they got like,
I feel like that's a good thing.
It is kind of a good thing, but it is also very funny, especially when they're in the wrong.
I mean, it is really funny, like, but I feel like if you want to be your therapist, like to have the full knowledge of everything that's happened and to
Yeah.
like genuinely give you like tips to help you and like fix you, then you probably should, right?
Yeah.
So
I don't know, I just find it funny, the idea of like someone who's got like a very like, oh, it was Doodle Tones, lol. Who's got like, you know, all these degrees and everything like that, who's specialized in therapy, has to sit down and watch a Toastify video. I don't know, find that funny.
fucking like
They leave
an hour and a
comments.
half worth of content.
I'm Noah's therapist, and this is a 10 out of 10 video. It's just a comment. This was honestly something I was better at doing, as well as being better at highlighting my own personal boundaries. Before I left Twitch to do hunting grizzly bear videos full time on YouTube, but I really think doing those kinds of videos, being surrounded by a lot of the crowd they brought in, and also building an ego doing that content caused my boundaries and own ability to handle situations calmly to pretty much completely erode. Just autistic people. I don't. That's what you brought in. I don't. Interesting comment, Noah. I know I can be a good advocate for autism and neurodivergency.
No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. Stop. You're done. You're just done.
Since I was before doing that kind of content, which definitely changed me for the worse. Okay. And it's something I'm still struggling to overcome. The autism made him worse.
It's
nice.
It's literally not the hunting grizzly bear videos. It is like something that's fundamentally wrong with your fucking brain is the issue.
Yeah, exactly. For right now,
and it's not the autism. I promise you, it's not the autism.
This is not an autism thing, okay? This is 100% not autism. For right now, I'm going to be taking a long break from content creation until I can work on myself and truly get back to the person I was before doing hunting grizzly bears. Another problem I've run into this year is that I have never truly taken a break, even when moving from drama to drama, which only has caused things to snowball. Me to become more reckless each time, and more people to become hurt, which I don't want whatsoever. So it's best I step back from everything for now and only come back when I feel I'm in the right place to do so. Become more reckless? I mean, I don't know, that's interesting wording there. You became more brazen with your deplorable actions. I mean, look at Jeff Piat, for example. Like,
Right.
it's more so like a mask slipping. I would say. I've gone ahead and deleted my Twitch account as a result. No! I haven't taken a real break since January.
Dude, that's where all the good clips were.
Yeah,
It's evil.
it was actually, it was. It's where he was like gooning over like Chun-Li and stuff like that.
And trombone.
Yeah. I haven't taken a
Don't
real
forget
break.
the trombone clip.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I haven't taken a real break since January, and it only makes things worse every single time. I do want to give a personal thank you to the people at Stack Up, a charity I've raised money for. What the fuck? The charity? Okay, cool. What
Dude,
the fuck?
this is
Sorry,
like
really random.
he's trying to like
apology.
He's doing it to like try to say like he's doing like this good thing.
Yeah.
Like it's this stupid like thing that like a lot of people do in their apologies. Like I'm helping out a charity, so I'm clearly not that evil, guys.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, okay, like it's clearly trying to like butter things up to make it seem like he's changing any bit. It's like it's just stupid.
Yeah. The lamps won't be rubbed anymore. So true, placeholders. A charity I've raised money for before, which raises money to support disabled veterans. They've been incredibly kind and talked to me through all of this, poor guys, since they've seen everything that's been shown around. What the fuck? You've been showing the disabled veterans charity your drama? What the hell?
And how does that help?
Yeah.
Like,
what the hell?
Like, is a disabled veteran like with like a blown off leg and arm? He's gonna look at your drama and be like, dude,
it reminds me of the
I've
war,
seen
bro.
some shit. I've seen some shit in Afghanistan. But this is awful, man. Like this is really bad.
This makes me want to go back to the fucking lines, bro. This makes me want to go back, okay? I wish I lost my eyes instead. Fucking hell. Just this poor veteran who can't, like, who's paralyzed from the neck down, can't turn away. He's just showing the video. He's just showing the Toaster Pie video to this poor guy. Fucking hell.
Oh, dude.
Okay, it's like this is awful. It's like
just like screaming. It's like he's like staring at this guy talking about rubbing lamps and
it's like when the guy from Carter's getting like mind controlled by the numbers. He's just fucking out. It's awful. And they know that I don't actively want to harm people around me. Just going up to these poor disabled veterans. You know I wouldn't hurt you, right? Yeah, you know I wouldn't do anything to you, right? Wide-eyed, stroking his chin because he's lying about it. That's a joke, by the way. And I'm working to be a light for people like myself. Like I used to be. I'm also going to make a post above this one. You can make a difference. You can make it right. Oh god. Post this one highlighting 2 autistic creators who happen to be IRL friends of myself. Fuck. You should watch you should watch instead for now while I work to better myself. Once again, I'm not denying anything I've done, but I know I can do better. If I actually put in the work to do so, for now, it's best I take a step back. Thank you to those who's told me they want to see me be better. Nah. He's talking about you, Nightmares.
He's stated like he's gonna take a step back and like not do content and like work on himself like 6 times. And he's gone back and he's like uploaded content and he just like walks back like after like a week. Yeah. Like this guy's like so addicted to the internet. It's ridiculous.
He's definitely like, I don't think he can really escape it. I think I want to assume the best, right? I want to assume that people can do like stuff like change and stuff like that. But I highly doubt this guy's gonna stop looking at stuff. He's definitely gonna be jotting shit down. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's that kind of guy.
I mean,
nobody really like fully leaves it. But yeah.
Yeah. Like I hope he gets better is all I'm hoping for. Right. I still hate this guy like with an absolute fucking passion, but you know, I don't like he's not like a pedophile or like a groomer. So
no.
Like he can clearly like if he does genuinely fix the issues, he can't come back. He's never gonna be like a top tier content creator. He's gonna be like this small niche commentary channel that does like media reviews and like talks about autism, but he's never gonna pull numbers again. It's gonna follow him forever.
Oh,
So
absolutely. Absolutely. It starts with sorry. Thank you. I want him to keep going down. I know you, dude. Fucking Fury Cures hates this guy. Okay, he hates Noah. He's like,
I know.
there's like a Fishy had to make a thing of just like days passed without like
I'm aware.
Fury
Yeah.
Cures. Yeah, talking about Noah. He never
I would-
fucking learns jack shit.
In,
Okay, yeah.
in the in Beckett's server, I would literally just type in Noah so that way you'd have to post it.
That's great. That's great. Okay. So that is Noah, and hopefully he's gonna go get better and get therapy. Now we're gonna look at Skittybitty, okay? There will be more stuff on Skittybitty in the
Since my
future,
first-
but we'll see. We'll see. We're gonna have to finish what I did manage to cover last night. So, last night we covered Octorock's original video. We covered Skitty's video talking about Octorock. We looked at, I believe, 2 of Harmful Opinions videos talking about the Skittybitty stuff. And now we're looking at the 3rd. Oh no, sorry, we looked at Octorock's response to the response.
I'm gonna leave you to the Skittybitty one because I don't know a whole lot about the Skittybitty stuff.
Oh, you're good.
So
Yeah.
this
I'll
is
send
all
you a
you.
message. I'll send you a message when we go to the Birdman stuff.
All right. I already appreciate it.
All right,
Take care. See you in a bit.
See you in a bit. That was Future Nightmares, everybody. He will be back in Avengers Endgame. Okay. Right then. Who is DMing me? Who the fuck? Okay, hold on, sorry. Oh, that's a really cute puppy. Apparently there's a frick Has-Been Hotel space. Hold on. Sorry. I'm getting fresh off the press drama. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So, let's get into this, okay? I want to get through this tonight, okay? I died last time I tried covering this. I think this drama actually just made me ill. I entirely blame that. I entirely blame this drama for how fucking rough I felt last night, so we're gonna power through this and hopefully I don't die again. Okay, so up until now, I've never heard of Skittybitty. Can someone give me a rundown? Basically, someone called Octorock Reviews basically made a video on a comment they had made, this person, Skittybitty had made on Twitter, basically trying to make the claim that, the Gerudo from, the Zelda franchise was somehow racist/orientalist. It became a back and forth with videos and stuff like that, and it escalated into Skittybitty trying to send them minor audience to go ahead and mass report Octorock's Twitter, and led to a lot of harassment sent to Octorock for no good reason. But yeah, there you go. Let's continue.
This video talking about Skittybitty, I have received 2 main complaints over and over and over, so I figured it would be appropriate to address them. The first complaint is that I supposedly left important information out of my coverage when I talked about it. And you know what? Fair enough, you're right, I did. The second complaint is more of an accusation that I'm trying to make Skittybitty look like a nonce, that I'm pedo-jacketing. You seem to have misunderstood.
Oh, right.
I showed Skittybitty doing that to other people. Well, I went out of the way to say nothing of that kind of stuff was happening in that.
This was Anthony's thing, right? This was Anthony Gramiglia's thing that, like, apparently, right? Apparently, because Skittybitty is trans, it is somehow pedo-jacketing, when Harmful never made any kind of claims of pedo-jacketing, or sorry, trying to pedo-jacket Skittybitty. They had minors in their Discord. The most that Harmful said is, I don't think you should have a role in your Discord that is optional to mark someone as a minor, because that can be dangerous, and basically, tells potential pedophiles who may join the server, which people are minors, basically. And I would also say that, an adult could just lie about their age and then just click the minors tab. If that's the only verification that you're going to have in your mixed age Discord server. That would be a criticism I have. Now, from my understanding, Skittybitty has removed that role. since everything that's happened, which is good. I will say that. That is very good. That's very good of Skitty to do. But yeah, we'll continue. We'll continue.
Discord. Not everything that is inappropriate with kids is sexual. It is nonetheless still inappropriate. And on top of all of that, the details I cut out when talking about it were cut out for the purpose of harm reduction. What I omitted was something that makes Skitty look a little pedo-y. The general sentiment with the pedo-jacketing accusation is that I was framing it so that Skitty looks as sus as possible. So
What happened to your server? What are you talking about? Hold on. What happened to my server? Is the link not working? Is this what's wrong? Looks like the link's working. Let me know if the link isn't working on the top of the stream, and then I can put in a fresh one if needs be. I don't know why it sometimes does that. I set that to not expire, so I do apologize for that. I believe I've updated it on my channel. You closed it? No, it should be open. Hold on. Sorry guys, I'll play the video.
that culture warriors and conservatives will pick that up and run with it because Skitty's trans. I think today's video will serve as proof that I absolutely wasn't doing that, because if I was, I would have included this. Since so many people have been asking me to include all the information, since Skitty has said my videos were dishonest because I didn't include all the context, okay, you twisted my arm, I'll share it. It's like the perfect material for a conservative hate campaign, but if you really want me to, fine. Skittybitty is on the record, has stated publicly, that they are against parents knowing what their children are up to online, championing youth autonomy on the internet, and, more specifically, instructing a minor on how to avoid their parents' notice, while specifically going against their wishes. Over the past year or so, a couple regular faces have appeared repeatedly in the audience of Skitty's livestream. Two people who represent themselves as, and are believed by Skitty to be, minors. There's Brendan.
Can we ban Brendan? No, he's only like 14 years old.
Okay.
He'll learn.
And a younger boy called Benjamin.
Listen, he said he's younger than Brendan, and Brendan is 14, so...
Skitty apparently enjoyed teasing Benjamin by saying that he's 11, when in reality he's slightly older than that.
Oh, this is Benjamin. He's 11.
You should do your chores. Okay?
Benjamin's our youngest viewer.
11?
He's actually 13, but if you say he's 11, he gets really
Okay,
mad.
I've changed the link. Okay, it should work now.
So
Skitty has also publicly passed a judgment on this young boy's parents, as they are ideological enemies.
I'm your dad. Go
Okay.
do your chores.
no, Benjamin's parents are like homophobic crazy people.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm your internet uncle.
In a stream last year, Skitty plugged their
Interesting.
Discord, and young Benjamin lamented that he wouldn't be able to join. He doesn't have a card, or I suppose a PayPal or anything that he could use to pay for access to get into the private Discord. His parents
Okay.
also presumably wouldn't want him joining the private Discord of a queerness-focused YouTuber. No problem
Okay.
though. Skitty was there to help.
Anyway, Benjamin, if you want to join the Patreon, but you don't have a credit card, what you should do is you should buy yourself a Visa gift card at a store. I'm joking mostly, but
Oh, that's who you are. Oh, okay. That's who you are. Right, got it. So, yeah, so you're out. I didn't recognize your name. Very interesting. Let me fix this. Thank you. I was wondering why I didn't realize who you were. And let's see. Hide from user from channel. Goodbye, Spoonful.
I'm actually not really joking. If you are a
AKA fucking 777. Yeah, buddy. I'm not gonna join your server, which has minors in it, and UTDP members. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
child and you have crazy homophobic parents and you need to buy anything really, you should buy a Visa gift card because you could just spend that on anything. You can do that.
Benjamin expressed surprise and delight at this information, and Skittybitty elaborated.
Yes, it has a number on it that you can use to purchase stuff. That is truth. That's the official Skittybitty strat. I never had to do shit like that because my parents are cool, but I support everyone who doesn't have cool parents in their quest for autonomy.
The autonomy
Interesting.
to give YouTubers money and gain access.
That's fucking crazy, by the way. That is insane. So, you're telling a kid to get a fucking visa for the sole purpose of getting into your Discord server. That's kind of weird. I don't know, bro. I don't know. They don't need to get into your server for the, like, I don't know, bro. That's kind of a weird bit of advice. I don't know how I feel about that. Interesting. Also, mind you, they're saying this to join a Discord, not to buy necessities, a Discord. Yeah, I will say this, right? The proper advice would be if your parents are being, like, actually abusive, right? And being horrible to you and all this crap, right? Report, talk to a teacher, talk to a therapist, there should be someone in your school, go to the police station, that kind of stuff, right? Find a trusted family member who you can trust if that does exist, right? That's what you should do. You should not go to people online, okay? I understand wanting to have, like, friends and like-minded individuals, right? But does not require you to be in Skittybitty's Discord server to do that, okay? You don't need to do that. But anyway. Let's continue.
Access to private chat rooms their parents wouldn't want them in. I suppose more generally, this is support of kids being able to join whatever weird shit they want. The instructions certainly work for that, and 13-year-old Benjamin seemingly wasn't aware of this method before. Let me emphasize, this wasn't a hypothetical or a general discussion of this sort of thing. This was direct instruction from Skittybitty to a 13-year-old on how to bypass parental approval, consent, and knowledge when signing up and paying for an online service, to Skitty's financial benefit, but also specifically to make sure this kid would be around people his parents are believed not to want him around, on account of their alleged homophobia. It's unclear if Benjamin managed to join specifically using this method, but join.
Also, if they wanted to help this kid, they could send them resources like the Trevor Project. I have not heard of the Trevor Project, but I do agree with the statement. Yes, you could do that, right? Dude, I've said this before, right? Obviously, this isn't the same degree, right? Don't go to online people for advice about your IRL stuff, especially curators, okay? If you're a curator and a child or someone like that goes to you about that kind of very serious environment, right? Whether it's abuse, right? Whether it's an actual dangerous situation, whether it's grooming, a crime has been committed, refer to them and post them to the relevant authorities who are qualified to do so. The police, the school, charities, helplines. Not you. You don't have a degree. You're not qualified. You're not within a working environment. You are not qualified to make these decisions, okay? This is what you should do, okay? Right? Do I think Skitty is being malicious here? No. Okay? But I find it incredibly weird to basically be like, hey kid, you should go ahead and create yourself a new credit card or debit card or Visa, for the sole purpose of buying my Discord, buying access to my Discord. That's very weird. Hi Yen, they're beating me up daily with a stick. What can I do about that, and how can I give you all my money? Thanks in advance. So where you can give me all of your money, Nabi, is you click the donation button on the stream, and then you can do that. And before anyone goes, Yan, you're being hypocritical, Nabi is an adult. Otherwise, I would beat them, okay? I would beat this child. The Trevor Project is an American non-profit LGBTQ+A organization that offers crisis services. Oh, that's awesome. I did not know about that. For I am not an American. Very cool. Very cool.
He did.
Oh, Brendan's here. Hi, Brendan.
Hi, Brendan.
Hi, Brendan. He missed something. He missed the lore.
Yeah. It's okay. He's on the server, so he already knows.
No, Brendan's not on the
Oh, okay. Sorry. Hold on, chat. Sorry. Don't question what I'm doing here. Hold on. Thank you.
server. You're thinking of Benjamin.
Oh.
It doesn't particularly matter to me, though, how he got in. I believe it's still the case that YouTubers should not be instructing 13-year-olds on how to bypass parental oversight to get into chat rooms online, and how to bypass their parents' will to give the YouTuber money. That shouldn't happen, ever. It certainly shouldn't be happening multiple times.
Oh.
What if you only have physical money? buy a Visa gift card.
There's been a great deal of misunderstanding about exactly what I'm saying. Hopefully this video is simple enough for the media literate types. I mean, when I tried to explain more plainly my issue in my original video to Skittybitty, because they were either deliberately pretending to misunderstand or genuinely misunderstanding, the response was simply,
I'm gay.
Okay.
I've
Sorry, what was that? Sorry. I need to read
The
that.
response was simply,
I'm gay.
I won't be raising the issue for so politely. As if you didn't make multiple dishonest videos where you also misgendered me the whole time. Lol. Fuck off. Okay. Okay.
Hey.
hopefully I've demonstrated that I was not trying to make Skittybitty look like a pedophile. If I wanted to, I could have framed this differently and it would have been very, very easy to do. But I
Okay,
didn't.
bro.
And I don't think I have in
okay.
this video either. It's just hard not to look like a bit of a creep when you behave like this. Like, I couldn't in a million years imagine instructing a child in my chat like this. First off, you say you're a kid, you get banned. That's my standard, but I'm not a Zelda YouTuber. I'm a very different kind of streamer, and I guess not so
Bold
desperate for every little scrap of cash, or so intent on undermining parental authority. Oh yeah, the other...
So true. And on that note, guys, we've been streaming for about an hour. Guys, if you are liking the content, okay, make sure to like and subscribe. There are, drum roll, there are 78 of you currently watching the stream, okay? And there is only a lower number of likes from whom was watching because I don't have that number up on the stream. Guys, like the stream, subscribe, we're on the road to 2K, okay? We're going to try and hit it by the end of the year. I believe in all of you. Awesome stuff, awesome stuff. And if you'd like to, you can donate. There's the little donate button. And when we reach the goal, it goes towards a PC fund, and also you guys get marshmallows. Awesome stuff, okay? And if you would like cool little stickers, you can access memberships. I believe it's quite cheap, I think. I think YouTube updated the prices because of the exchange rate. I also need to add a new emote at some point, because I forgot to do that. I was going to add the new emote that Nabi did. So, next stream, you should see it. 22 likes. Fix that. Fix that now. Get that little tick button up. Thank you very much, Advocate, for the 10 gifted memberships. Oh my god. 07's to Advocate. Okay, 07's to Advocate. Thank you very much, Advocate. That's exceedingly generous of you. Oh my god, what crazy timing. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's exceedingly generous of you. Oh my god. Let's see who got one. Toa got one. Ace Madness got one. Midge got one. Oh my god, Ivy! Ivy, you got a membership.
Thank you.
You got a membership. It's
Thank
like the
you,
first time-
Advocate.
It's like the first time ever. Oh
I
my
paid for
god.
one.
Tiki. Rosie got one. Timeless Keeper got one. Sleepy Shock Bread got one, or Bread, whatever the fuck. Meesbo got one. Star Minion got one. Thank you very much. That's incredibly sweet of you.
Okay.
Oh god.
Last thing.
Okay.
Don't forget, you can also gift 5 free memberships every month
I
as
can
a
do
streamer.
that. I can do that. I have done that. Okay. I have done that. Evil. Evil, evil, evil. Guys, if we reach the goal, I will donate. I will donate to myself and give you 5 gifted memberships. Oh god. Thank you very much, Midge, for the $5 US. Stop exploding your PC, bud. What happened to your PC, lol? Ponder. The Ponder logs take up so much of my PC storage. Fuck. Thank you. Oh god. Thank you very much, Advocate, for the $5 US. I need more free time to listen to nonsense, but all I have is money now. Oh, that's really kind of you, Advocate. I appreciate it. You're exceedingly generous. Goal reached. Speaking of, the shilling works, okay? I will go and set another goal while you guys get some marshmallows. Thank you guys so much for supporting the stream. I very much appreciate it. You guys being here is more than enough. I do appreciate it when people do, you know, send donations. It does help me out a lot. It keeps the lights on, okay? In this evil R economy, okay? The economy is evil right now. So I do appreciate every little bit I get, okay? It makes me very happy. And it's not letting me make another goal because YouTube's broken. Okay, it worked. Oh god. Thank you very much, Bomberman, for the $2 US. Return the cat, they, them. So fucking true. We love Ivy in this household. Okay. You need more storage? The Ponder files contain over 50 gigs, okay? Leave me alone. And for that, I did say I'd do it, okay? I did say I'd do it. Here you go, guys. I am feeding you memberships. That's you who gets it. Okay. J Gamer, Nanaru, Glueboy, Keely, Rengo, you have all got memberships. There you go. Thank you guys very much. You've been exceedingly generous tonight. For some reason, it didn't track Bombam's donation, but I gotta remember to add that on. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm so sorry, Navi. You haven't got one in a while. I'm so sorry to see that. You'll get one eventually. There you go. There you go. Okay, let's continue.
The thing people wanted me to include in all this was Skittybitty's been fighting with Octorok reviews, and he liked a couple tweets with slurs in them. Oh,
Evil.
there you go. You happy now? Take it easy.
Okay. Okay. That is the Skittybitty video by Harmful Opinions. Awesome stuff, awesome stuff. I did not know about that factor until today, to be honest.
Hi everyone, Skitty here.
And I just
As you know, I've been
realized-
hard at work
shut
on
up,
my Breath
shut
of
up,
the
shut
Wild
up.
video.
Shut up. And I did realize the animation is still going on. But anyway, there was no visuals for that. Just bald man. I know the animation's still there. I'm sorry. Thank you very much, Toa, for the $5 US. My fiance is setting up our first bed in our apartment. So excited. Oh, that's really sweet. I've got one of those inflatable mattresses at the moment, just temporarily, because I'm not sure what I want to get, because I've got like a studio apartment at the moment, right? And I don't want like a bed taking up like the entire room, right? I want something where I can like put it away quite easily if I was gonna have guests over, because my friend suggested something to me recently. Now I've actually got a place that's actually got some quote-unquote space, right, that's pretty close to everything. I might host Dungeons and Dragons again. I might do Dungeons and Dragons again with my friends. We haven't done that since high school. So, it should be fun. It should be fun. Did Yen already talk about V? Yes. Yes, I did. Okay. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. So. I also do need to do a gaming stream at some point. I do need to do that. I kind of want to play. I was thinking about playing Power World. I'm not too sure. We'll definitely have to think about it. But anyways, back to the content. I keep on like derailing myself. It's evil. So Skittybitty makes a video. Now, I believe this is talking about the Octorok stuff. Yes, it is. Okay. They've made a video. It is 28 minutes long. We are going to watch it. Let's fucking go. You are late. I am beating you with a stick.
I'd say the script is about 75% done, and I'm on track to finish it by the end of August at the latest. I'd love to keep my head down and continue work on the video, but unfortunately some internet drama has cropped up that bears addressing. On July 18th, Octorok Reviews released a video called What's Wrong with Skittybitty. The video is 42 minutes long, supposedly took a month to make, and details an alleged months-long harassment campaign that I've supposedly waged against Octorok Reviews in the months since the release of my Gerudo video in March. And if this video had been an honest recap of everything that had happened since that video was released, encompassing both of our behavior and ending with a sincere apology towards me and a call for me to take accountability, I would frankly be cooked. Fortunately,
what the fuck? Sorry. Let me read this.
It had been an honest recap of everything that had happened since that video was released, encompassing both of our behavior and ending with a sincere apology towards me and a call
Why would they owe you an apology? They already apologized for the stuff in the video. I'm a bit confused on that regard.
for me to take accountability, I would frankly be cooked. Fortunately for me, I guess, this video is not that. To be clear, it's true
With the stream slagging? I don't know what's going on.
that there were times in the past few months where I've acted in ways I regret and said things I shouldn't have. I'll be
Okay.
addressing those things as they come up because I don't want to be the kind of person who can't admit when they make a mistake. The
Okay,
same cannot
good.
be said of Octo, whose video
Really?
makes no attempt to accurately portray his own behavior and is completely devoid of any introspection. His video is also predicated on
Interesting.
people not paying too close attention to the evidence he's showing of this so-called harassment campaign.
Really? Okay, we'll see.
Because if you listen to what he's saying and take it at face value, I seem like a monster. But if you actually pause and read the screenshots he shows in his video, many of them do not show what he claims they do. I'm not interested in going through his video
Okay.
point by point and calling out every instance of him being dishonest or lying by omission. That's more effort than this issue deserves. But I also refuse to stay silent while my reputation is dragged through the mud by bad faith actors. So you can consider this video a sort of compromise. I want to set the record straight while wasting as little of both my time and yours as possible, so let's get into it.
Interesting.
In my Gerudo video, I said the following. I should note that Octo's been cordial, even friendly in our public interactions, but it doesn't feel sincere. If anything, I'm waiting for him to turn around after this video comes out and talk about how all this is so uncalled for and he's only ever been nice to me. Unsurprisingly, this is exactly how his video begins. He mentions how, the very same day my Gerudo video came out, I took to Twitter exchange Octo had in another YouTuber's replies a few weeks prior, where he was vague posting out my upcoming video, revealing my true colors in some way. Here, his vague niceties when talking to me directly contrasted with the passive-aggressive way he was talking about me on social media prior to the video's release. To hear Octo tell it, I continued to relentlessly post about him while he stayed stone-faced and ignored it all, but that's simply a lie. He quote retweeted this post calling me a bully, which I quote retweeted in return saying that I was amazed by his persecution complex and apparent
What the fuck?
inability to introspect. I pointed out that he had been taking refuge in the handful of comments on his original Gerudo video and hearting only the ones telling him that he'd done nothing wrong. He quote retweeted me again, saying I misunderstood his intentions with his initial video, and that he had offered to work things out privately, which I had ignored. And that's true. I did ignore the message he sent me because it read to me as wildly insincere. I posted this message he sent me.
What the fuck are you talking about? What? Wildly insincere? From his perspective, right? His perspective? You had, you would basically what the fuck, like, it was about like media stuff, right? And then you entirely like went absolutely insane on this guy, right? Like from his and I think a good portion's point of view, your comments and the way that you acted was incredibly weird. I don't know, man. Like, I don't think he tried painting you as a racist or anything when talking about the stuff in regards to the original video talking about the Gerudo, right? Now, again, obviously, that's not the same with the whole arguments he made with his response, right? Because he was making a point in regards to, okay, I think that Skittybitty is actually racist because of the whole white genocide and all that stuff thing, right? But if we're talking about the timeline here, it's very interesting.
In the replies, pointing out that he asked, "Are we not cool?" and said that he'd prefer to avoid drama, which I found ridiculous considering he'd made an entire video based on a Twitter fight he picked with me that misrepresented what I believe. And yes, his video did misrepresent what I believe. Octo says in his video that I ignore the fact that he claimed people wanted the Gerudo to be removed or retconned out of the Zelda series, which, first of all, is still not what anyone was advocating for, and second of all,
Can you prove that? Can you prove that, though? Can you prove that? He could just be talking about people that he has seen advocating for the removal of the Gerudo. His comment wasn't his video wasn't specifically about you. It does reference your tweet, right? Fair enough. And he does take accountability for him misrepresenting your tweet, right? He does state that in his video talking about the stuff, right? But he was also talking about stuff that wasn't just you in that video, right? He showed other comments as well. Thank you very much, Ace Madness, for the $2. What is bro cooking? I do not know. It's a bit overcooked, okay? A bit overcooked.
What a retcon is. Retconning the Gerudo out of the Zelda series would mean retroactively writing them out of the continuity. That's what retcon is short for. This is something I've never advocated for. What I've suggested, at a maximum, is a more thoughtful and well-researched character design that's less rooted in stereotypes. I'm not trying to go back and—
I'll be curious if they actually show the part in which he does address that in his video, because he does address this specific criticism.
Censor anything. I'm looking towards the future and thinking about how to do things differently. By this logic, Breath of the Wild retconned the Gerudo by giving them different outfits in their Ocarina of Time counterparts. It's ridiculous. But okay, back to the Twitter argument. I pointed out that the description of Octo's Gerudo video complained about, quote, oversensitive Twitter users ruining—
What? Okay, so we're not going to address the fact he did actually address that criticism in his video. Great, okay. Interesting.
His favorite fandoms. Asking, "Are we not cool?" was ignoring the elephant in the room, and I didn't want to entertain a conversation with him on a dishonest premise. Hopefully you can already see, just from this explanation, this wasn't some flood of unreasonable tweets directed at Octo for no reason. It was a back and forth where I called out his cowardly behavior. He didn't respond to this, and things were quiet for about a week until March 19th.
How's it cowardly? What are you talking about? What?
When a Twitter user called Tyrion posted a screenshot of the thumbnail for my Gerudo video and captioned it, "New Zelda fans really think they deserve to live." This post got over 1 million views, and the replies and quote tweets were populated by people dehumanizing me, calling me slurs, and making invasive comments about my body.
Oh,
Octo
that's
knew about this,
disgusting.
which I know because he replied to several of these people simply nodding along. At no point did he disavow the blatant harassment.
Sorry, let's see. Sorry, we'll see the actual stuff he
Out of the
replied
thumbnail
to.
for my Gerudo video and captioned it, "New Zelda fans really think they deserve to live." This post got over 1 million views, and the replies and
4 years ago today, I got top surgery. Skittybitty said no more today. Oh god, no, that's really sad. And the Burt humor somehow makes it worse. Gleefully chanting my own mutilation.
quote tweets were popular.
Okay, yeah, these are all
Later,
the
people
okay.
dehumanizing
These
me,
are horrific. These are horrific.
calling me slurs and making invasive comments about my body.
That's
Octo knew about
horrible.
this, which I know because he replied to several of these people
Okay, sorry, we're flashing these up like crazy. Leftist zoomies don't deserve the fruits of labor that so many people sacrifice to make. I miss when Gerudo were entirely evil, greedy bastards. This grey morality bullshit makes everything so bland and uninteresting. They were always thieves and still are. I think did something change in Tears of the Kingdom? Yeah, they suddenly became Amazonian-like warriors for some reason. I don't know why they decided to go in that direction. Kind of a weird retcon. That's not actually. This is a reply under a reply under a reply of a reply. Bro, okay. We'll actually look at the actual screenshots that they're actually showing. I'll slow it down a bit. I do apologize. I want to look at the ones that he's specifically replying to. Because this will be interesting.
and making invasive comments about my body.
Okay, these
Octo
are
knew
horrid,
about
yeah.
this, which I know because he replied to several of these people.
Okay. I sincerely apologize for releasing this monstrosity upon you all, but thanks for the last, man. Aren't you the guy that all the annoying Zelda fans are constantly crying over bass? Yep, that's me. We don't even know what it's replying to. Interesting.
People simply not
Okay, that's the one we looked
nodding
at.
along.
Watch the video. It's stupid, biased, and attacks another better content creator. What point were you actually trying to make here? Oh, thanks, man. I'm glad you enjoyed the video so much. Okay.
At no
Wait, what the hell? Yen is muted for me. Refresh. Yeah, refresh. Sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on with the stream. Refresh, please. Dude, none of those are like him directly replying to shit like that. That's really weird. What are you talking about?
point did he disavow the blatant harassment. On the contrary, he was actively being friendly with the people.
These shitty Foids need to be put in their place. Hey, it's Tyrant. You know Skitty tried to claim they were calling to... You were calling to kill them with your modern Zelda fans think they deserve to live post a few months ago. I remember that, lol. Okay, yes, that is a bad fucking thing to say, right? But he is just noticing the fact that this person is posting, and he notices who it is. Again, I guess this one would have a bit more of a criticism against it. That's fair, right? Not really like taking umbrage with the language being used, but again, it's like not the most it's not by comparison to what Skitty is trying to make him out to be. This is nothing.
Doing it. At this time, Octo was also in the replies to my tweet from a week prior,
Okay.
publicly defending his decision to use a documentary about the Taliban as a singular source for
Sorry,
or
what's
publicly
this? Showing footage of a Sharia law court in the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan, a nation of 45 million Muslims, is not bad faith, nor does it reflect on all Muslims in any way. It's simply one example of how jurisprudence is enforced. Okay, so he did actually cite the Taliban for that. Okay. That's an L. That's a fucking L.
defending his decision to use a documentary about the Taliban as a singular source for, quote, real-world Islamic cultures in his Gerudo video, which I, quote, retweeted, calling him a fucking spineless weasel. Was this mean? Yes. Was it unprompted? No. It was around this time that my friend and community moderator, Boobly, decided to join Octo's then public Discord server to see how he was talking about the situation within his community. Octo claims that I sent Boobly to harass him and his community members, which is flatly untrue on both counts. To be clear, Boobly was involved in the original thread that sparked Octo's Gerudo video, and in that video, Octo showed his tweets on screen with his profile picture uncensored, calling him a freak. I didn't send Boobly in on some sort of recon mission. He joined a public Discord of his own volition. Octo claims he harassed people in there, but he doesn't provide any evidence of.
Let's see. So it's the Andrew account. I don't really care about the political stuff, to be honest. The thing was kind of weird to me was the crop porn, ignoring the fact that Ryu is 15 or something. It seems like kind of a bad look to put crop porn in the video. Okay.
This because it doesn't exist. At most, Boobly repeatedly asked for clarification about why, for example, Octo put cropped of Riju in the same video in which he argued that the fetishization of the Gerudo wasn't a real issue. The only person Boobly
The video is still slowed down. Fuck. Sorry, my bad, guys. Ugh.
was even a little bit mean to was this mysterious individual, and I won't make you wonder who it could be because I'll tell you. This is the same man who made a thread about me on the notorious harassment forum Kiwi Farms.
Okay. Interesting.
I made a video about this guy over a year ago on my second channel, which I'll link in an iCard if you're curious. Speaking of kiwi farms though, it's worth noting that several of the sources Octo cites in this video that demonstrate my alleged misdeeds are pulled.
But did they know that? Did they know that this person was a harasser? Also, Kiwi Farms isn't just a harassment site, it's a fucking A-log site. Hi.
Hi, can I just...
dear.
This
This is
I need to
breaking
crash
my
out
mind.
at something.
Okay.
So her mod that he also shows screenshots of her saying to go after him. He has free reign to go
Right.
after him.
Oh yeah,
They-
that clip. Yes, that clip, yeah. There was a clip of that, wasn't there?
Yep. Was in the original Garuda video.
Mm-hmm.
That was he was one of the fucking Twitter comments that was shown. Are you
Apparently.
fucking kidding me? How?
Mm-hmm.
This actually just proves the point that it doesn't matter if you would have put the PFPs or not, because no one fucking knows who these people are. He's a fucking shitter.
Yeah.
I literally did not realize that was the same person until that.
Yeah,
Holy
neither did I. Neither did I. But also they use a different account, to be fair. They did use a different account. I didn't realize, but to be
They're
fair,
using
I
the
do know-
Andrew account.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
but
yeah.
no, I'm saying, but when they're saying the Boobly account.
Right. Okay, yeah. I see what you're saying now. I see what you're saying. Yeah, but
I'm like,
he never names Booply as the person in the original thread.
Exactly. He just leaves the PFP, which again, no one recognized in the how many videos have you watched on this now? 5?
Exactly.
Holy fucking shit.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Oh,
I
I'm
don't
so okay. That actually makes me like, yes, again, he probably shouldn't have used that and called them a freak. That's a little that's fucked. But like
Thank you, Ivy. Thank you very much, Bomberman, for the $2. Yay, the cat is back. The cat is now gone. I do apologize. They have been smited from existence. Okay.
Directly from my Kiwi Farms thread. If you look at the screen.
Also, yes. Talking about your own Kiwi Farms thread. Total tard move. Exactly. Yeah, number 1 rule, never bring up your own Kiwi Farms thread. Yeah, very, very dumb moved. Okay? Very, very dumb. Very dumb move. Absolutely true.
Screenshot he shows of my redesigned Gerudo drawing. It's identical to the one posted on my thread on the farms, down to the number of likes, reposts, and comments. And
Okay. And?
like, you have to imagine Octo scrolling through posts like this, and this, and this, and this, and
Okay, you really cannot prove that, okay? Didn't you already say this guy was in his Discord server? What? Sorry, what? Sorry, you can't prove that Octo got it from the farms. What are you saying, man? It was on your Blue Sky that year. Bro. Dude, are you kidding me?
still
Okay.
imagine Octo scrolling through posts like this, and this, and this, and this, and still being like, yep, this is definitely a good source of information. The last thing I'll say about my Kiwi Farms thread is that it's probably where
Oh,
he
please
found
do
this infamous
tell.
clip from my now private stream where I reacted to Synthetic Man's Tears of the Kingdom review. Let's watch it now. I'm going to apologize for apologizing for saying the re-education camp thing. I'm saying that again and standing by it this time. This guy gets the wall. That sure does sound bad, saying he gets the wall, an allusion to execution by firing squad. Why would I say something like that? Well, here's the full clip,
I was
including the
curious on
context that
this.
prompted my response.
And Riju's a Gerudo, and if you've seen any of their Rule 34, you know they're usually sporting a little something extra.
He's saying that in some Rule 34, which is gamer for some Gerudo are portrayed with a phallus. And because he has seen so much porn that it has completely rotted his brain. That's the only
Okay.
explanation for this behavior. I'm going to apologize for apologizing for saying the re-education camp thing. I'm saying that again and standing by it this time.
Okay.
This guy gets the wall. Okay, that's pretty heinous, but maybe you still think my gets the wall comment was a little bit much. I mean,
Right.
Synthetic Man would never say something like that.
Stop. Nobody says bigotry except subhumans. People who
No way. No way are we doing this. No way are we doing this. Are we doing a tit for tat? Are we doing a tit for tat thing? Okay, newsflash. Just because someone else says something does not suddenly mean it's acceptable for you to make that kind of comment, okay? Right? That's incredibly interesting. Huh. That's incredibly interesting. That's not the I don't think that's the defense you kind of want to make with this one, okay, buddy? Thank you very much, Toa, for the $5 US. So what I'm seeing is that they both fucked up in different ways, right? Yeah, exactly. See, I said this before, right? I have criticisms for Octo, and I have criticisms for Skitty, right? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it.
Who should be executed? Every single one of them, without exception. They need to face the wall.
Two wrongs don't make a right? Sure, I can respect that. Either way, I haven't used language like that since, so let's just call it even.
Will Synth is a eugenics Nazi? I don't know. I haven't seen too much Synth man, but either way. Why are we acting like we should match his logic? Yeah, exactly. I agree. Bro. Futa Gerudo porn. The re-education camp and getting the wall over Futa Gerudo porn. Yeah, that's a bit extreme. That is a bit extreme, okay? You don't have to like the Guna, okay? But that's incredibly interesting language to use for that, okay? Very interesting.
And move on. To recap, I didn't send Boobly into Octo's Discord, and he wasn't inflammatory towards anyone except for the one guy who he knew was the creator of my Kiwi Farms thread. It's worth noting that Octo knew from the start who this guy was and chose to keep him around,
really?
not because he enjoyed his company, but simply because he figured his incessant ramblings would be better off contained in his Discord than left to fester online. How do I know this? Well, I talked to him about it. While I was working on my Gerudo video, I watched Octo's Wind Waker review, and frankly, I hated it. I have my own criticisms towards Wind Waker. It's not my favorite Zelda game, but I thought his video about it was genuinely awful. I wanted to react to it live on stream and tear it apart, which I would have been fully within my rights to do, but it didn't feel great to unnecessarily stir up additional drama with Octo, especially since the Wind Waker video had nothing to do with me or our feud. So I reached out to him to ask if I could react to it, and he expressed hesitation, which, fair, especially since friend of the channel and now famous ex-boyfriend Walter Wide had gotten on Octo's case about a strange line in his Wind Waker video that goes as follows.
I think it makes sense that she, as a ruthless pirate captain, would have zero sense of empathy or remorse. How else would a young woman manage to command the respect of an entire crew of men while out at sea, where no laws or social customs can possibly protect her?
Walt asserted on Twitter that this was Octo arguing that Wind Waker was poorly written because the pirate crew would have assaulted Tetra. Octo claims that that line didn't imply sexual violence, but rather mutiny. I don't want to spend too much time on this because it's very difficult to have a conversation about authorial intent when one of the parties is literally the author, but I will say that pirate mutiny was actually relatively uncommon historically. If the line had gone something like, how else would a young pirate captain keep her crew in line, it would—
We are talking about a pirate crew in a fantasy setting. Okay. Mutiny is like the stereotype for pirates, right? Why are you trying to use historical stuff? This is talking about a narrative, okay? Bruh.
would have still been shaky in terms of historicity, but it wouldn't have been creepy. Mind you, this is the same video where he claims the Gerudo kidnap Link so they can sexually assault him, complete with that infamous Riju image, and where he dedicates several minutes to wondering aloud about whether the Kokiri have sex. Him specifying that Tetra is a young woman commanding a group of men, his line about laws and social customs does lend itself to Walt's reading. But if Octo says he didn't mean to imply sexual violence, well, that's sort of the end of the conversation. So anyway, Octo and I agreed to have a longer conversation to come to some sort of understanding, which happened a few days later in the form of a 2.5-hour-long call on Discord, in which he was very friendly and apologetic, both for making his Gerudo video in the first place without reaching out to me, and for the harassment I'd received in the aftermath. He assured me that my assumptions about him were wrong. He wasn't a bigot, he grew up in a diverse, liberal community, his best friend is a gay star, and he never meant any harm. He asked if Walter Wide was an alt of mine, and I explained that he was actually my ex-boyfriend who had been living with me during the early days of working on my Gerudo video. Walt and I kept our relationship private up until Octo decided to reveal, both on Twitter and in his video about me, that we had dated, which, to be clear, is fine. Walt is a good friend of mine, and sometimes you try something that doesn't work out. Neither of us have hard feelings about it, and it's frankly out of line for Octo to wonder aloud why he's still quote-unquote simping for me despite us having broken up. I feel like the obvious answer is because we were friends before we dated, and we're still friends afterwards. During this call, we also talked about the harassment I'd been dealing with on Twitter, which he apologized for, and I apologized in turn for accusing him of being a racist Gamergator creep in my video. He talked about how difficult it was to have people group him in with a particular political ideology based on the limited information he shares online, and I empathize with that, but reminded him that he has control over what he posts, and that if he never pushes back against far-right talking points, people will be justified in believing he agrees with them. We also talked briefly about him being sponsored by the Dragon's Treasure,
and yet you never spoke to him about it. That's interesting.
open, unrepentant bigot who we'll talk more about later. Octo laughed nervously when I brought it up, saying that he's certainly never going to take a sponsorship without doing a background check ever again. I wish I pushed him harder on this, but he seemed to agree that the Dragon's Treasure was indefensible. The last thing I'll say about this call is that, as part of it, I told Octo something about myself that I hadn't been public.
Again, this is testimony, so I'm going to take everything with a grain of salt, especially when it's testimony.
About previously. Our conversation had convinced me that I had misjudged him and that I could trust him with this information, but I'm getting ahead of myself. We'll come back to this in a few minutes. After our call, we pinned comments under our respective videos reminding our audiences not to harass the other and decided to bury the hatchet. He gave me his blessing to react to any of his videos with the stipulation that Walt be excluded from any such streams. I agreed, and we went our separate ways. Octo alludes repeatedly to a truce we made at this point, but there was no such agreement. We didn't need a truce. I simply thought I'd misjudged him, and he was feeling so good after our call that he told his whole Discord server how much fun it was to talk to me, even suggesting that we could be on a podcast together. But in the weeks following our call, his posting got increasingly inflammatory until finally, following the
Sorry? What the fuck? Hold on.
After our call, we pinned comments under our respective videos reminding our audiences not to harass the other and decided to bury the hatchet. He gave me his blessing to react.
Looks good to me, though I don't know if channel is a proper pronoun. Lol, thanks, so good to post. Yep, thanks for saying this, I appreciate it a lot. Alright, ping. Okay, cool.
To any of his videos with the stipulation that Walt be excluded from any such streams. I agreed, and we went our separate ways. Octo alludes repeatedly to a truce we made at this point, but there was no such agreement. We didn't need a truce. I simply thought I'd misjudged him, and he was feeling so good after our call that he told his whole Discord server how much fun it was to talk to me, even suggesting that we could be on a podcast together. But in the weeks following,
Alright, I think I found a way to balance acceptive left wing and right wing podcast invites. I'll go on Asmongold and Destiny is a start. Oh my god, it's Caleb Hammers. Fuck me. Do we like? Yes, do it. Sounds like a good time. It'd be funnier if you got on his sound show too. But something tells me he wouldn't want to talk to anyone who might talk circles around him on economics.
our call,
The Last Jedi loses 92% of its screens in China in the second weekend. It insults the IQ, and the stars aren't very beautiful. Americans may have forgotten why having beautiful characters is important, but the rest of the world hasn't.
his post
Okay. In 5,000 years, when men have conquered the stars, we will look back upon morons like this and laugh, realizing that a man snipped his own balls because he believed in a doomed version of the future that never came to pass. A central plank of leftist politics today is emasculation, and not just in the proximate sense of feminism, etc. I mean literal emasculation, including advocacy for male sterilization. In future decades, this will be a major political dividing line. I don't know what's in the clip, but advocating for male sterilization, that's very weird.
got
I'd steal guns, hand them out to Indians, and make it my mission, my life mission to kill every white man, woman, and child on the East Seaboard. We don't have to tolerate people like this in our country. Here's Andrew Russack, calling for the genocide of white children, saying he would gladly take part in it. I'd like to imagine him getting caught stealing the guns and then facing execution by the settlers, and he'd be like, no, wait, please, the state can't execute people. So far, it's like, not inflammatory? Imagine being a Greek soldier who fought Barbary all your life in defense of your city and its people, only for some sheltered white woman 3,000 years later to claim you were perpetuating early modern forms of colonialism when tales of your exploits were written down by the greatest poets of your time. Surely there couldn't have been a logical reason for ancient Greeks to distrust non-Greeks. No large empires trying to subjugate them and take away their liberties. Wilson. I don't know the historical thing for that.
Story until
Gamerverse is bringing out all the Tumblr refugees from 2017 who ruined modern Western animation in the first place. Can't believe the slightest bit of normal fan service in adult animation. Can't handle the slightest bit of normal fan service in an adult animation, but will shout from the rooftops about how great it is that their sexuality is being represented in the children's show. Moon Girl's queer coding is especially cool, by the way, because it does also actually have queer characters, so it doesn't feel like they're sneaking something in. It's like multiple layers of representation. Okay. Like, bro. Weird for sure, yeah. Yeah, you could say that about this. That's fair. But like, inflammatory? I wouldn't really say that. Oh fuck, fucking lag, bro. Awful
we
stuff.
could be on a podcast together. But in the weeks following our call, his posting got increasingly inflammatory until finally, following the reveal of God of War Laufey at the 2026 State of Play, there was a massive backlash with countless right-wing grifters claiming that the protagonist had been deliberately made ugly for some reason. Now, let's stop here for a moment because I'm going to be engaging with this argument briefly, but I do not want to grant the premise. The idea that this character is in any way ugly is ridiculous. Sure, she doesn't look like she's 20 years old, but that's because she's not meant to be. She's a mother. She's based on an actress in her 40s, and she looks just like her. Octo claims in his video that I got mad because he didn't find her attractive, which is bullshit. I don't care that he's not subjectively attracted to her. I got mad because he retweeted multiple people complaining about her design and was hanging out in the replies to this post by right-wing Twitter provocatorist Rock Solid, bemoaning the uglification of art and the deliberate agenda being inserted into games. He had a back and forth with someone whose account is unfortunately inaccessible now, but what finally got me to chime in was this tweet, which reads, "Purposefully making a character look older and less attractive when she's supposed to be a literal goddess and her actress is actually attractive IRL is an attempt..."
I don't agree with this, to be very clear, right? To be very clear, I don't agree with a lot of the stuff that he's saying in this, but like, I'm not saying it, I don't think it's like very inflammatory. I do disagree heavily with this whole thing that people were making, or like these arguments were like, oh, characters need to look attractive to be like, I don't know, good for some reason. I'm not specifically saying that like he's saying this here. But I remember it was the when, what was it? It was when the Witcher, the new Witcher game was being like talked about, right? And they were gonna have it as Ciri? I can't remember her name. It's like the new female protagonist, and people were like doing this crappy AI shit with it, right? I didn't agree with that. I didn't agree with that. They looked fine, okay? I don't get it. She's also not a goddess, she's a giant. Okay, good to know. In the Moon Girl tweet specifically, Disney has a practice of putting the gay rep as a small detail that can be changed for international viewings in places that aren't as progressive. That's really weird. What the hell? With Ciri. I was right with Ciri. Okay, cool.
To uglify art. It's not a hard concept to grasp. Generally, it's done by people who...
Like, again, I've said this before, right, when I've been covering this. I agree with Skitty sometimes. I agree with Octo sometimes, right? Not everything is cut and dry drama. Oh my god. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Who are insecure about their own looks and wish to make gods and heroes look less attractive in order to make themselves feel better. There are many forms of this and several other motivations, which all intersect. But it's a general problem that's spread in Western artistic pursuits for some time now. Why else do you think Eastern games don't have this problem? This was so ridiculous to me, a human being with eyes, that I quote retweeted it with a photo comparing the in-game model to the actress she's based on and said, how is he not deeply embarrassed by this behavior? He replied in his usual nice guy tone, walking back his claim from, this is a deliberate attempt to uglify Western art as a result of the woke agenda, to, I think they could have done a better job with the character model. He said he thought the actress looked prettier in real life, and when I pressed him, he admitted that he just meant the new design had new lines and wrinkles that weren't there previously. So now we've gone from the deliberate uglification of Western art to she has some extra wrinkles on her face. And just as a quick reminder, he doesn't show any of this context in his video about me. He just claims that I imply he's a misogynist for no reason, and not because he claimed
that is pretty bad, to be fair. That is pretty bad.
That a 40-year-old
double voice crack, horrible.
Woman having some wrinkles on her face is the product of some...
Skitty makes good points. It's a shame she said... sorry, fucking hell. Skitty, I'm killing you for misgendering. Fuck, when the audio breaks, and then the Fuji's break. No, you just have to listen to my voice.
For no reason, and not because he claimed that a 40-year-old woman having some wrinkles on her face is the product of some nefarious Western plot to uglify art. He never replied to this tweet. At this point, I think a fair question for people who are critical of me in the situation would be, who cares? There are plenty of chuds on the internet. Why fixate on this one? Why keep up with what he's saying? And frankly, I shouldn't have. This exchange should have been sufficient reason to disengage and move on with my life. That would have been the mature thing to do. But if I can be honest, I felt betrayed. Octo had convinced me during our call that his intentions were good. He wasn't some sort of culture warrior or bigot, but here he was, participating in a right-wing outrage campaign plucked straight out of 2016. So I'm not afraid to admit that I stayed plugged into this shit show for longer than I should have. But yet again, what I've described so far is very different from the months-long harassment campaign Octo would like you to believe I've been perpetuating all on my own. What actually happens is Octo makes a statement that I think is dumb in a public forum. I respond, rinse and repeat. At the risk of sounding condescending,
I'll be curious if they mention the whole thing with like the sending their audience to go mass report. We'll see if they address this.
that's the entire point of Twitter. The last thing that I'll say about the Laffy discourse is that the same day I quote retweeted Octo, I also quote the following. Unprivating just to say, imagine being pregnant for 9 months and going through childbirth just to have your fuck-ass son grow up to call women hags online and throw temper tantrums over the mere presence of an attractive female protagonist who doesn't look like she's 20. This tweet was not specifically about Octorok reviews. Remember, Twitter was a buzz of
interesting.
people giving their takes on this discourse. And as Octo correctly points
Wait. So when Octo was covering the topic of like the Gerudo and made the point that it wasn't, well, actually, did he make that specific point? But either way, it was talking. No. Sorry. Yes, it was about like other people making that kind of comment, right? And he was addressing other people's comments, right? When he's not specifically talking about you, right? That's not okay as a defense. But when you're not specifically talking about him and he assumes assumes that, it's, you know, that's a valid defense. Again, I would say both are valid defenses, right? Okay? I just think it's a bit hypocritical, I will say. Why is the Fuji still not loading? I'm so sorry. Let me fix this. I don't know why that's not working. I cleared out a bunch of space today, so my computer should be working a bit better, ideally. But I don't know why it's not working. Oh. You specifically blocked Reactive from talking to Discord. Please check your browser settings to grant it. Oh no, how do I fix that? Does anyone know? How have I done that? Oh, is that why it's been messing up recently? Oh no. Oh, okay. I was wondering why Fuji was not working. Let me try logging back in. I don't know why it's done that. I'm so sorry, guys. Let me try fixing this. How do I fix that? Okay, I'll have a look later. I might put like a
out in his own
placeholder.
video, he's never called a woman a hag,
Oh, it's
quote
back.
unquote, unironically. Instead
Oh, I'm back, but it said that message. That's really weird.
of coming to the reasonable conclusion then that this tweet wasn't about him, he uses it as an example of me allegedly
Bringing my family into things.
which is such an obviously ridiculous accusation that I cannot believe people are confronting me with it unironically. This is a post about man-children online being misogynistic weirdos, and there were countless people who fit that description. His assertions that this was specifically about him, that this post constitutes bringing his mother into the discourse, and even claiming that people jokingly saying, there's still time for a late abortion, or I brought you into this world and now I'm gonna take you out, are making threats on his life, are a colossal reach at best and deliberately dishonest at worst. Octo didn't block me after the Laffy debacle, by the way. He actually blocked me after I responded to him criticizing a video about plagiarism by famous YouTuber H-Bomber Guy with this tweet, teasing him about a sentence in his Gerudo video that is worded suspiciously.
No fucking shot. Misu? Is that not the same? There's no way this is the same Misu, right? Is this the same Misu, the VTuber? No way, right? No one but the most annoying people you know took this video seriously because to have it make sense, you need to cherry pick the crap out of it. He openly defends Hassan's life, cherry actions, insists certain people ... Definitely H-Bomber Guy's worst video by far. Lots of baseless accusations and strecks of truth. Interesting. I'll be curious to see this. Is that the one I called a pedophile? Well, if it's the one I'm thinking of. Okay, hold on. We'll look it up. Hold on. Again, I'm not gonna say that like this guy, Octorock, engages with this person and knows who this person is, right? Because that would be kind of baseless. Mitsu Tamari. Mitsu Tamari? Oh, it is. It is the same one. Huh. Weird world we live in, right? Huh.
Obviously,
Okay.
similarly to a sentence in my Tears of the Kingdom critique. Ganondorf pieces out, and Riju has the only intelligent thought in the entire game.
And honestly, there are whole scenes in this game where she's the only character who articulates an even decently intelligent thought.
Was this an example of me
Isn't that the pedo tuber? Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
instigating? Yes. Was it that serious? No. I specifically said that I didn't think it was a big deal, and if I had, I would have brought it up in my video. But he didn't seem to think it was very funny, and he blocked me. That's his prerogative. This is another point at which I should have disengaged, but at this point, it felt like a train wreck that I couldn't tear my eyes away from. Whether it was retweeting people unironically doing the Pokemon is for boys, which is why no one likes Meganium shtick, celebrating mass layoffs at Bungie, or retweeting this post about the ultimate redemption of degenerate Hyrule posted by Twitter user PragerU1488.
What the
Yes,
fuck?
really. He just seemed to keep getting worse. Lest you think this is the point at which things become completely one-sided, by the way, Octo continued to post about me both directly and indirectly multiple
Really? I'm amazed at how seriously some people take dirty jokes. I made a couple ones in a video of mine. I had some dipshit try to paint it as being some sort of a serious offense that, like, nah, buddy, sometimes we just do comedy over here. Interesting. Okay. It's interesting you didn't show these.
times
Well, I got called Hitler because of my opinions on the movie. These people are crazy and actually want you dead. Don't ever forget it. Opinions on the movie? Is that even, like, referring... It wasn't about a movie, so I don't think that would be specifically about Skitty. Why the hell is... Why is my Fuji fucking up so much? I'll have a look at it off stream, but for now I'll disable Fuji Tech, and then I'll put up my placeholder. Where is my placeholder, actually? Let me have a look. Is it here? Is it this one? Oh, you know what? We'll use this one for now. We'll use the SB art. Why not? We'll use this as a placeholder. Fuck it. Fuck it.
from the end of May to the beginning of July, and it was at that point, just under 2 weeks ago, that things completely blew up. Two things happened on the morning of July 11th. First, Octo was complaining about Orientalism discourse again. In the replies to a tweet about the stereotypical costumes in Mario Kart World, he said, "I like how you..."
Wait, no, this isn't SBR. Is it SBRs? I can't actually remember who made this. Fuck. Who made this? I can't remember who made this artwork. I'd have to check my folders. I don't think it was... Was it SB? I actually can't remember. Fuck.
People made up a word in the 70s to describe a completely normal phenomenon that applies to literally all foreign cultures across time and use it to justify your desire to fuck with video games made by Japanese people. What a complete waste of academic funding. I screenshotted this and posted it with the caption, "He's going so far out of his way to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that this was never a discussion he was even remotely capable of having at all, let alone in good faith." He never addressed this. The thing he latched onto was that I quote retweeted a now infamous rock solid post about having sex with roadkill with a screenshot of Octo's "glad to have you back" tweet from when Rock was unbanned a couple months prior. My point was not to literally suggest Octo endorsed this take, just to highlight that Octo's a big fan of this weirdo, retweets him constantly, and is openly friendly with him. Octo claims I maliciously edited the date out of this tweet to make it look like he agreed with Rock here, which is silly because this is a mobile screenshot. The date's under the tweet, but whatever. If he had an issue with the post, I wasn't gonna—
Wait, no, because you showed the screen. No, because you showed his like message thing, right? Above the tweet, acting like he had basically replied to that specific one, the roadkill one. That's not what happened. What? Sorry, I'll replay.
To endorse this take, just to highlight that Octo's a big fan of this weirdo, retweets him constantly,
Sorry,
and
sorry.
quote retweeted a at all, let alone in good faith. He never addressed this. The thing he latched onto was that I quote retweeted a now infamous rock solid post about having sex with roadkill with a screenshot of Octo's "glad to have you back" tweet from when Rock was unbanned a couple months.
Okay, so Skitty is saying that is saying here that the intention wasn't to make it look like Octo was replying to that. I mean, to be honest, dude, it does kind of look like that, even if that wasn't the intention. I don't think you could have done that. I think if you were trying to make that point, you could have just shown a point in which he was interacting with this person, okay? You had to use, like, the most horrific one.
Prior. My point was not to literally suggest Octo endorsed this take,
one
just
of
to
the most
highlight that
horrific
Octo's a big
ones.
fan of this weirdo, retweets him constantly, and is openly friendly with him. Octo claims I maliciously edited the date out of this tweet to make it look like he agreed with Rock here, which is silly because this is a mobile screenshot. The date's under the tweet, but whatever. If he had an issue with the post, I wasn't gonna fight him on it. I took it down. At this point, some people—
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
People in my comments were like, why are you tweeting
Still shouldn't have done it, bro. Still shouldn't have done it, but like, I'm glad that they did remove it.
about this guy so much? Which, fair question, so in response, I quote the following. The thing is, if Octo would simply stop posting racist and creepy shit, I would have no reason to pick on him. If, after our call, he introspected a bit and moved away from reactionary politics and the culture war and focused on his interests, I would have nothing against him. But no, in the months since my video, he's retreated into his right-wing echo chamber to lick his wounds and complain to anyone who will listen about how the West has fallen and how Orientalism was invented to ruin video games or whatever. He's been totally captured, and it's sad. The thread ends with me quote retweeting one of Octo's followers who called the Gerudo sand N-words and saying, "These
What the fuck?
are your people now. I hope it was worth it." Octo quote retweeted the first post in that thread saying, "So let me get this straight. You came out of our call expecting me to just never have an opinion you didn't agree with ever again? Are you actually stupid? How many posts glorifying the assassination of political figures have you made? How many times have you called America evil? How many times have you reposted the destroy the white race meme? Do you think I agree with any of that? Of course not. But I tolerated your stupid opinions because at the end of the day you had a right to hold them. But then you saw me post about God, a fucking war of all things, and that was a step too far from you? After all the crazy shit you post, you have no capacity for self-reflection whatsoever." This post is a good segue to a couple of the more dishonest accusations Octo made against me in this video.
Okay.
1, that I glorified the assassination of Charlie Kirk, and 2, that I'm
Okay.
racist against white people because I reposted a meme making fun of the ridiculous Great Replacement conspiracy theory, and furthermore, because I claim there's no such thing as white people, which is true. The idea of whiteness is an arbitrary category defined by exclusion. Different people have been considered white
Interesting.
at different points in history, like Irish people or Italians. When people talk about white genocide, they're not talking about an actual campaign of mass murder. They're talking about interracial marriage. When far-right freaks talk about the white race coming under threat, they're talking about white people having kids with people of color. Likewise, when far-left people talk about destroying whiteness, they're talking about dismantling the arbitrary power structures that are set up to oppress people who fall outside the also arbitrary category of white. Notably, neither of these definitions of destroying the white race include actual calls for violence. This is an accusation based on innuendo and not understanding things. But okay, what about Charlie Kirk? I mean, he straight up says I justified his murder, but let's look at this.
I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro. If you made a tweet saying destroy the black race, I think people would be knowing what you're referring to. Okay. I don't understand. I'm a bit confused there. I don't know.
Screenshots he presented as evidence. The image on the left reads, "When we decline to speak ill of the dead, it's because we have compassion for the living. In this respect, I'm sorry for Kirk's children. I don't know if Kirk was a good father, but if he was, that does little to mitigate the damage he did to other people's children." This is an excerpt from an article from The Nation called "Charlie Kirk's Legacy Deserves No Mourning,"
Shut up,
pointing out
Ivy.
that Charlie Kirk was not, as Octo claims, a milquetoast conservative figure, but a far-right agitator, a Christian nationalist, and, as the screenshot says, an unrepentant racist, transphobe, homophobe, and misogynist. The point of this article is that Charlie Kirk being dead does not mean we have to whitewash his legacy and pretend he was some sort of saint. Saying we don't need to pretend someone was a good person just because they were murdered is obviously not the same thing as justifying their murder. This post doesn't say what Octo's claiming it does. The other screenshot is a cartoon showing the difference in treatment of MSNBC analyst Matthew Dowd, who was fired for criticizing Charlie Kirk's history of hate speech, pointing out that awful words can lead to awful actions, and Fox
Okay.
News host Brian Kilmeade, who suggested that homeless people ought to be euthanized. Dowd was fired for his comments, while Kilmeade simply apologized and got right back to work. The point of this cartoon is not that Charlie Kirk's murder was justified, nor was that even the point Dowd was making. The point is that some people are treated by the media as more human, more deserving of life and dignity than others. So no, neither of these posts constitute me justifying Charlie Kirk's murder. As for this post, yes, it was very funny how Charlie Kirk assassinated started trending as a news topic on a random Thursday for no reason, months after it actually happened.
Let's actually read it then. This is awesome, actually. I've seen discourse about making fun of Charlie Kirk all over the timeline today. It's like he died again. Can we do this on a regular basis? Interesting language there, by the way.
Complete with the exact same discourse that accompanied his actual assassination. Does this post make light of Kirk's assassination? Sure, you can argue that. Does it justify or endorse it? No. Oh, and as for the random guy who sent Octo an image of Charlie Kirk getting shot, I obviously don't condone that. I don't know this person,
Good.
and they're certainly not acting on my behalf. Coming back to this post by Octo, when I woke up the next morning, it had kind of blown up, and my mentions were flooded by people calling me an anti-white racist, calling me a pedophile, slinging slurs at me. I got
Jesus.
a DM telling me to kill myself. Suffice it to say, I was very overwhelmed. And it was in this state of distress that I did something I shouldn't have done. I sent an @everyone ping to my Discord server and asked them to report Octo for harassment. This was stupid and impulsive of me to do, and I apologize. I feel lucky that my community was mature enough to not actually follow through on this instruction, and Octo didn't lose access to his account, nor was he brigaded by my fans. The only reason
Interesting.
people even know about the @everyone message, by the way, is because some washed-up right-wing drama tuber paid to access my server and distributed the screenshot. He didn't know what exactly he
Who could have possibly done that, I wonder?
he was looking for when he decided to comb through my Discord. He just had some gut feeling that something was off. Despite admitting
Okay, that's really weird. Why would you say it like that? That's incredibly weird.
I got a DM telling me to kill myself. Suffice it to say, I was very overwhelmed, and it was in this state of distress that I did something I shouldn't have done. I sent an @everyone ping to
Interesting.
my Discord server and asked them to report Octo for harassment. This was stupid and impulsive of me to do, and I apologize. I feel lucky that my community was mature enough to not actually follow through on this instruction, and Octo didn't lose access to his account, nor was he brigaded by my fans. The only reason people even know about the @everyone message, by the way, is because some washed-up right-wing drama tuber paid to access my server and distributed the screenshot. He didn't know what exactly he was looking for when he decided to comb through my Discord. He just had some gut feeling that something
Oh no, Harmful Opinions, right, had a gut feeling and it paid off, right? The egg would have been on his face, right? The egg would have been on his face if he found nothing. That's entirely fair, right? But he did find something. He found that message. What are you talking about?
was off. Despite admitting that my server is actively moderated, fully
Oh, are you sure? How do you know they didn't follow through? True, someone may have done that. We don't know that for sure. But either way, it was an advocation to do the to do this action, right? I'm sure someone would have done that. Q says, "Oh yeah, Harmful Opinions, the known right-wing creator who totally hasn't made videos on Nux, Tectone, Leaflet, and GB reviews, but he's totally a right-wing channel." I would say that from what I've seen, his politics do seem to lean a bit more to the right. But and again, that's not like a bad thing, right? Newsflash: you can be right wing, you can be left wing, okay, and you can be a good person. Shocker. But you can also be left wing or right wing, and you can also suck as a person. I'm really annoyed when, and this isn't because of what Q said, by the way. I'm just saying this in general. I'm really annoyed when stuff like because of someone's political alignment, unless it's going into extremities, right, is somehow used as this person is the bad, right? I don't I fucking hate that shit. I don't know. It's really weird to me. But yeah.
safe for work and didn't contain anything he found objectionable, he still decided to pearl clutch over there being an optional role that people under the age of 18 can use to identify themselves. This is a common practice in some Discord servers, as it makes it easier for moderators to look out for potentially problematic interactions, and it also helps adults in a mixed age setting tailor the tone of conversation to ensure things stay appropriate for all ages. Of
What do you mean by that?
the over 300 people in my Discord, only 9 people had this role, but the line this guy and then eventually Octo ran with was that I was commanding an army of child soldiers to harass people I disagree with, which is, of course, very funny and how absurdly dramatic and self-serious
9 people took the minor role. I am certain there were definitely more minors in the server. It is hyperbolic. It is incredibly hyperbolic. Yes, you have an audience, a mixed age Discord, including minors. You are telling minors, no matter how many, right? Is there a cap on how many minors you should send as an like to go, or put an announcement in a Discord server which contains those minors to, try and take down someone's Twitter. I just said way too many times in that sentence. So sorry. But yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. I consider Harmful Opinions apolitical, to be honest. Maybe right-leaning, but he doesn't comment a lot about it. Yeah, true. That's fair. That's fair.
it is, but the accusation it represents is that I'm in some way endangering minors by simply having them in my server. I categorically reject this notion. Every space
Okay.
online that doesn't feature some sort of draconian age verification system will inevitably have minors in it. As a former lonely teenager, I owe so much to the adults who were patient with me and fostered safe environments online where I could be myself as I dealt with the struggles of growing up. People
Well, considering the fact that the role is now being removed from the Discord server, it was clearly a problem. Or you definitely saw it as a negative aspect to the server, right? I could imagine, right? And again, right, I am glad that they removed the role from the server. I think that was a good thing that they did. But, like, I don't know. I wouldn't try and pretend that, like, it couldn't have been a potential issue, right? It does put, like, a target on them. And I don't think anyone was saying that Skitty was intentionally doing that or intentionally creating an unsafe space for minors in that regard. Like, bro.
People don't magically become full-fledged human beings the moment they turn 18. Teenagers are
Oh,
people
boy.
too. I think anyone making sweeping
Nope, teenagers are not people, okay? They are all little gremlins. This is not true.
statements about what will keep kids
Are the minors still in the server? I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. Because, like, the roles would be removed, right? I think that's probably a good thing, right? If we don't know who the miners are, I think that does serve a good point. I think it's a good thing if you can't identify the miners in that server anymore. That's definitely a good thing.
Safe is being inherently dishonest. Nobody is able to ensure kids are safe online the same way they're not able to ensure they're safe at home or at school. That doesn't mean we shouldn't strive to limit risk factors in situations like this, and to that end, I have removed the miner role from my server, but I don't think that will matter to the people who've already made up their minds about me. A quick glance at the comments under this video make it clear that this is not about keeping anyone safe, especially—
Oh god. Oh, my Fuji's working again. Oh, it's here.
I'm not even. It's just me. I was just coming to point something out that I also pointed out in the chat.
Okay. Oh,
she's very thankful, or they. I caught it.
Yeah.
They are very thankful for the people in their life, the adults in their life.
Mm-hmm.
Counterpoint, FCK.
Can you elaborate more on that?
You could be around the FCK. The adults that you're around could be the FCK members instead of the people who are patient with you, also known as a bunch of fucking nonces.
Right. Oh, I think
people who cover
so,
up for nonces.
I think more so the point is that you like putting I don't know, man. I think you shouldn't have mixed spaces. I think you shouldn't have mixed spaces. No, you should never have mixed spaces. I don't really like.
Also, thank you for the goal.
True. I don't know, man. I just kind of don't like the comparison of CK, especially with this. I know you're not trying to say anything, but I wouldn't really.
No, I'm just. But it was like the most extreme point that I could make was that.
Fair enough.
Like, yes, you've had great things happen, but also, like, the worst possible things can also happen if in these kinds of servers.
Yeah, exactly. An example would be like a leaflet server, right? From my understanding, they had separation, right, between the spaces of like adults and minors for like specific content, but obviously you create an environment where you've got a bunch of horny adults, right? And you've got a bunch of kids, or like degens, I should say, for the adults in that regard, right? Which caused stuff to spill over from the adult spaces in that server into the spaces which contain minors. Now with Skitty, right? Obviously, they don't have that kind of stuff in there. So we'll have to, I think that's a important thing to clarify.
And I think Harmful has brought this up multiple times in multiple videos about like Nuxtaku and stuff.
Right.
But it's amazing that you can moderate them inside your server, but that doesn't mean that they're not DMing people from your server that have. I know that was one of his main points is, yes, you can stop them from on the server, but it's literally putting like a fucking...
Right.
It's putting a street sign on them.
Yeah, personally, I wouldn't do it, right? Personally, because again, it wouldn't be... I wouldn't say it's specifically Skitty's fault if that did occur, because again, it's DMs, they wouldn't have known, right? But no, this is the many risks that can come from having a mixed stage Discord server, even if you have the greatest of intentions, right?
Exactly. I'm not saying yes, I also do want to clarify that I'm not accusing Skitty in any way, shape, or form. I'm just saying, like you said, that my mind just goes through every fucking terrible possibility that could happen.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Q, for the $5 US. I'm going to cancel you, Q. If you're under the age of 25, you're still a teen. Your brain still isn't fully developed. As for this NB, it might be fucking smooth. Okay? Evil Q. But thank you very much for the $5 US. And thank you guys very much for reaching the goal. We have reached the goal. So you get marshmallows. Enjoy your marshmallows. As
Q, watch the last stream, because Skitty actually disagrees with that, if I'm not mistaken.
Lamau?
Did they not say that the...
Dude, I don't remember much from last stream. I was sick, remember? I was dying at the end of it.
Oh, I was... Sorry, I was laughing because I don't remember much because it just fucking... My brain shut off like halfway through.
I know you didn't know, Q. I was joking with you. You're fine, you're fine. Now watch the marshmallows as I, like, beat up Ivy behind the screen.
Get in the box with me, Q.
There we go. I have beaten Ivy to a pulp. Guys, thank you so much for reaching the goal. You guys have been exceedingly generous tonight. I really do appreciate it. It helps me out a lot, okay? As I keep saying, I do appreciate your generosity. It means the world to me. It makes me very warm and fuzzy inside. Thank you guys so much. and my overlay is messing up. There we go. Time to put money in the misgender jar queue. So true. I'm stealing that from Duo, okay? Now, for those who do not know, Do Snail House, okay? I used to have a little bit with them, right? When I was just a little chatter in their chat, right? Whenever they would accidentally misgender, I would get money from the misgender jar, okay? I am now commandeering the misgender jar, okay? There we go. There we go. I think that works now. I've fully gone full circle, okay? Evil. Let's continue.
Especially since the man who made this video went on to refer to 2 community members who he identified as children by their actual names in a follow-up video, even showing their usernames on screen. If he's so concerned about minors that he's convinced—
Sorry, what's this?
Man who made this video went on to refer to 2 community members who he identified as children by their actual names in a follow-up video, even showing their usernames on screen. If he's so concerned about minors that he's convinced are vulnerable to abuse, that decision materially endangers them more than anything I've done. This—
does it? I don't know. I mean, the argument could be made that harassment could be brought to the minors' way, but I would say that, yeah. But the point of bringing them up was obviously for the potential danger they could be within your server. I would agree that Harmful should have censored the users' names, if that is true. But yeah.
assertion that I'm looking out for kids because I'm some sort of predator and not because I was myself a survivor of CSA is—
Okay. There was never a claim that Skittybitty was a predator, okay? I do not believe that Harmful had ever made that point. What are you talking about?
Looking out for kids because I'm some sort of predator and not because I was myself a survivor of CSA is disgusting. But okay, back to that at everyone message. In the hours between me sending this message and it being posted publicly, the harassment did not slow.
Wait, Harmful censored the username? Hold on. Which video are they referring to? Hold on. Dude. Okay. Hold on. Are they referring to the parental controls video? It wouldn't be that one, right? It couldn't be. Let me close.
Since my first video talking about.
Let me have a look where they bring up the Discord server. Let me have a look. Because I'll be able to tell whether or not it's something that was originally in the video or not. Is it the Discord Child Army? Is it going to be this? Let's see. Where he brings up screenshots.
While I do IRL stuff, I see a slap fight between some Octorok reviews guy and Skittybitty. They're apparently Zelda-focused YouTubers. Skittybitty, right over the head. No, didn't register.
It's not this one. Okay. So which one is it? Is it Anthony Gramiglia?
And their response is they don't.
Let's see. This ain't it? Okay. And the Fuji texts are fucking up again. Oh fuck, everything's lagging. Gramiglia. Oh, this is the wrong video. What am I doing, bro? I remember the second video bringing up Anthony. Damn it, I'm an idiot. Skittybitty's strongest soldier.
The defense of Skittybitty following yesterday's video, link down below.
Okay, hold on. Where's the Discord screenshots? Hold on.
Pinging the server that Skitty said.
It's the newest Skitty video? Okay, thank you. Hold on. My apology to Skittybitty, I didn't see this one.
Dear Skittybitty, I'm sorry that whatever happened to you in the past has warped your perspective on what's acceptable or not. Perhaps that can be seen to...
It's the apology to Skittybitty? Okay.
Not be your fault.
Thank you.
However, it is still a problem nonetheless. And I'll talk about this again shortly, but first I need to talk about your brief coverage of me and my output in your recent video. Strangely, even the tiniest details that you have no reason to deceive anyone about are false. Of me taking a peep at your Patreon Discord server, you say that I had no idea what I was looking for, and that I was simply coming through.
He didn't know what exactly he was looking for when he decided to comb through my Discord. He just had some gut feeling that something was off.
No, I knew exactly what I was looking for, as is clear from my video. So I take a quick peep at Skitty's Patreon Discord, and I do one search. I type report into the bar, and
True.
Skittybitty
do
suggested
that.
my criticism of their use of a minor tag in the Discord is ridiculous pearl clutching.
He still decided to pearl clutch over there being an optional role that people under the age of 18 can use to identify themselves.
Okay. We'll finish this video, then we'll go back to the harmful's response to it, okay?
Let alone stop. It continued to intensify, and in the middle of all this, a new account called Skittybitty popped up and began to lob slurs at me. It wasn't anything I hadn't already heard, and I mostly found it entertaining that someone would go this far out of their way to try to hurt my feelings. But then came the reveal. Skittybitty posted a screenshot showing that Octo had been following along and liking their tweets in real time. I still don't know who was behind this account, but they are my hero. Unfortunately, the Skittybitty account was scrubbed, save for the tweet revealing Octo liking their tweets, but this was definitely the highlight of what was otherwise a very shitty day. It was about to get worse though, as Octo decided to quote retweet this post where I made fun of the accusation that I'm racist against white people with the following. Openly hateful people like you are the reason why anti-Semitism is on the rise right now. I feel so sorry for every normal Jewish person who has to deal with you being a part of their community. You give them a bad name. Recall that
Jews. It's the Jews.
Earlier I mentioned I
There's a reference.
shared some personal information during my call with Octo that I'd never been open about publicly. I explained to him during our call that I deal with enough harassment from transphobes as is, so I've never been public about my ethnicity, especially since this is something that extends beyond me and implicates my family, who I obviously want to protect. Allow me to emphasize, in the midst of being dogpiled and harassed for my supposed anti-white racism and alleged support for white genocide, Octo decided to reveal to his far-right audience that I'm Jewish. It's
no fucking shot. There's no shot we're doing this. There's no shot we're doing this. No way. No way. No fucking way. No fucking shot are we saying because you are Jewish and that information was revealed that caused harassment, or that was some attempt to get harassment levied your way. No way, man. No way. That's insane. That is absolutely insane.
No wonder Octo doesn't bring this up in his video about me, because there's no way to spin this that doesn't make him look unbelievably ghoulish. Later that evening, Octo was in his Discord server repeating his talking points about me being a vicious anti-
Hold on.
I feel
Yeah.
so sorry for every normal that extends beyond me and implicates my family, who I obviously want to protect. Allow me to-
How does it implicate your family? What the fuck? Dude, you were just saying how before it was insane that he was, like, the point he was making about you implicating his family, and now you're doing the same for something that was never an implication of yours? What the hell?
Emphasize.
Hold on. Let me reread this, because I'm losing my fucking mind because of this. Every number of Jewish person deal with your public community, you give them a bad name. Okay, nothing about family.
And implicates my family, who I obviously want to protect. Allow me to emphasize, in the midst of being dogpiled and harassed for my supposed anti-white racism and alleged support for white genocide, Octo decided to reveal to his far-right audience that I'm Jewish. It's no wonder Octo doesn't bring this up in his video about me, because there's no way to spin this that doesn't make him look unbelievably ghoulish. Later that evening, Octo was in his Discord server repeating his talking points about me being a vicious anti-white racist. A community member asked, aren't they white? To which Octo responded, Jewish, actually. He went on to explain that he did specifically reveal this information to hurt me, claiming he did it because I was, quote, being racist towards him, end quote, and because I, quote, did the same thing, end quote. But I genuinely...
yeah, what? I don't even know what that could be referring to. That's interesting. I don't think he should have revealed the fact if Skitty had made it apparent that he didn't want this revealed, but to say that this was meant to be a thing to, like, cause harassment on their way, that's crazy. Yes, you could say it was out of pettiness, right? But, oh my god, that's crazy.
I do not know what he could possibly mean by that. Octo's made it no secret that he's half Latino and half Italian. There is nothing even approaching an equivalent reveal of personal information on my part. He's just lying to justify outing me as Jewish to his audience of occasionally unrepentant neo-Nazis. And it worked. The harassment I've received since he released this information has intensified and taken on a new tone. And as a reminder, the guy who made my Kiwi Farms thread is still hanging out in his server at this point. It makes me sick to see him play the victim in this video over receiving a fraction of the
They brought this up before. Did they actually show proof that, like, that Octo knew this was the guy who made the Kiwi Farms account? Really? I don't think... forgive me if I missed it, because these screenshots keep flashing up really quickly, and I may have had the video accidentally at one point too. I don't believe that was really shown. Huh.
harassment he's deliberately directed towards me. A lot of the more egregious comments on his video about me were scrubbed while I was writing this, but here's a sample of some of the things he missed, and these are just the things that got past YouTube's auto mod. Octo claims I don't refer to people like him as Nazis because I sincerely believe it. Instead, I say it to justify violence against them. But what else do you even call people like this? I've also received a fair amount of heat for referring to the people Octo pals around with as Nazi pedophiles, but I can't even count the number of times I've looked at the profile of someone he's talking to and seen wall-to-wall lolicon shit. The Tears of the Kingdom post he made to quote-unquote rage bait his audience was posted by someone called Flat is Justice. One of the main VTubers Octo's constantly replying to looks like this and has cute and funny in her bio. And if you don't know what that means, I envy you. And of course, there's Octo's sponsor, The Dragon's Treasure.
Yeah, that's
Here's the collage I put together of his greatest hits for my Gerudo video, and here are some new gems he's posted since then.
Oh, that's awful. Holy shit.
Octo claims in his video that I harassed his sponsor when I've only directly interacted with him once in February, and any subsequent references to him have been to condemn the vile shit he posts on a near daily basis. The Dragon's Treasure is linked in the description of this video, and as a bonus, here's a screenshot of his sponsor harassing me. So
Skitty said something about Octo saying he lets him stay in the Discord server because he's crazy and needs to go somewhere, but I don't remember if he acknowledged that, acknowledged the Kiwi Farms, tie. Got it. So it's not an apparent thing there. Got it. Octo just needs to be careful with who to repose from. I mean, it does look pretty fucking touched, I'm not gonna lie, when there are quite a few instances of this. Fucking hell.
No, Octorok Reviews is not some poor little centrist whose every attempt at making peace was thwarted by my relentless drive to harass him.
Last time, I swear to God. We weren't angry that you called them Nazi pedophiles. We were angry that you added everyone, including children in your server, to go to these profiles, to a profile of someone that you were saying was that.
Yeah, exactly.
That was the issue, not the, oh my god. Sorry, I just needed to point that out. Like I said in the chat, that's not the issue. That was not the problem that people had.
Yeah, exactly. How is Skitty going to say they don't associate with their fan sending a corpse picture but condone Octo Rock for his fan? Yeah. This is a lot of, like, these people doing very similar actions and then going ahead and arguing, like, well, they did this worse than this person did, okay? I don't know, bro. I don't know. This is horrific, okay?
Were there times when I instigated when I shouldn't have? Yes. Should I have moved on from this months ago? Also yes. Was it wrong to send out that at everyone message? Also yes. But does any of this justify the level of vitriol and hate speech I've received from Octo's community? No! Let me make myself clear. This is over. I do not want anyone from my community interacting with Octorok Reviews or anyone else I mentioned in this video. I do not want to talk about this ever again. I want to end this video with an apology. Not to Octo, but to my audience. I didn't demonstrate the maturity in the situation that you should be able to expect from me. I acted impulsively and I continued to engage with him long after I should have stopped. I'm sorry. My sincere hope is that the lessons I've learned from this situation will allow me to become a better version of myself. But if I've lost your trust, I understand. All I can do now is move on from this, get back to my work, and finish the video you've all been waiting for. I promise it will be worth the wait. Thanks for watching.
Yeah. Skitty and Octo just need to never interact again. Yeah. Seems like both of them have messed up. Absolutely. What's the deal with the Omega? They came back. They had a Blue Sky account. It's at the beginning of this stream, haha, smiles. But yes, that is hopefully, fingers crossed, the finale on Skittybitty. So Skitty W and she won the drama, clearly. Yeah. They had the last reply okay, future, therefore they win. This is how this works. Do you hear? Right then, I believe this is the last thing for the stream we're going to be covering. We're going to be looking at Birdman, okay? Let me pause this.
Hello.
And let me grab something. Yen, I did it. Teehee. What did you do? Ace, what did you do, bro? Let me grab Nightmares. Let me wait for my shit to stop breaking. Holy fuck. Okay. Everything is bricking. Jesus Christ. Okay. I'm trying to access my stuff to message fucking Nightmares on Discord to hop back in, but everything's breaking. Oh no. Give me one sec, chat. I might need to force close Discord. Okay, wait, is it loading? Okay. Damn it. Okay. Let me try and fix this. I'm so sorry, chat. I'm gonna have to task manager close Discord because it's fucking frozen on me. Okay. Come on. Please work. Technical difficulties, technical difficulties. Okay, close. Let me... Please work. Da-da, 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 da-da. Come on now. Come on, work. Work with me here. Work with me here. Oh my god. Why is it so fucked? Dude, this is so touched. Okay, reconnect. Reconnect. Look in here. Everything is so laggy. Holy shit. There you are.
There we go.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah, I don't know why Discord does that sometimes. When I have it open for too long, sometimes it will, like, tweak out.
Oh, you get like the no connection thing?
No, it will, like, freeze on me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to get the screen share to work. That's also having fun as well, apparently. Oh my god. So sorry. I don't know why this is doing it. God damn it. Okay. Close you. This is why I need to get a new computer, guys, because this is the kind of shit I have to deal with on a regular basis. Share screen. Can the share screens please load? You're kidding me. Oh my god.
Pro streamer, pro streamer, pro streamer.
I know. I think Discord is just having issues today. Okay, let me reclose it again. Let me force it to close again. Sigh. I think it's just this computer is having a mare. Sorry, chat. It'll work. How's everybody doing today? Haha. Tries to fill in the dead air. Cries. Okay, where is it? Yeah, everything's really laggy today. Okay. Let me try one more time before I try and reopen Discord. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to task manager it. Okay. Discord is the worstly optimized app, the most worst optimized app in the world. We all know this, okay? It's horrid. It's a horrid application. It, like, for some reason uses so much data for no good reason. Okay. See if this fixes it. Okay. Come on. Now it's not even opening. This is great, isn't it? Oh my god. Oh my god. Everything is just awful today, chat. I'm playing Crusader Kings today. Nice. Okay, we're using this one now, apparently. If you invest in a computer and get one made for streaming, those usually have good specs and can last a long time. That sounds like a great idea. I should definitely do that. Haha. Discord's not actually opening. This is awful. I might actually not be able to get Nightmares on, unironically, just because Discord isn't working. Dude. This is horrific. I've got, like, nothing open, and it's still bugging. There's no shot. Okay, hold on. Oh. What the hell was that? A JavaScript error has occurred in the main process. That's insane. Okay. That's why Discord wasn't working. I actually had a JavaScript failure. There's no shot, right? Okay. It's opening up. Reconnect. See if this works this time. Hello?
Hello?
I actually had I had a JavaScript failure. Okay, it's actually not opening.
How did you have a JavaScript failure? What the fuck?
I don't fucking know, man. It's fucking weird. And now it's not actually letting me do the screen share. Okay. Okay. Do you want to tell me a little bit about your interactions with Birdman whilst we start? And I'll try and get this screen share to work.
Hold on. Okay, somebody DM me and just like, you're a tech wizard. So, So how did this all start? So it started off with I was kind of like scrolling through Twitter. To be honest, I was hunting for like any drama because I've been like in this drama drought for like 2 weeks and I couldn't figure out anything to research. And then I saw that the Angry Joe had doxed this guy. Right. Like, okay, well, that's already being covered by Diorio, so like it's not really much point of researching to that. And then I seen this argument between the Birdman and this guy named Yellow Flash.
Okay, I've heard that name.
They're going, yeah, he's like I guess you would call him like a right-wing media critic. Like that's probably like an accurate description.
Okay.
Anyways, so the Angry Joe doxing drama happened with Yellow Flash as well. So
interesting.
Angry Joe posted this image of this guy, claimed that it was Yellow Flash. It wasn't. And when he was let known that that wasn't the case, he still doubled down, tripled down, and just never apologized for it. So kind of like the same behavior we'll kind of talk to you about now. So scrolling through Twitter and I see the Yellow Flash and the Birdman going back and forth. And what happened is that I thought it was really funny that the Birdman had posted the same photo. Now, to be fair, I have never claimed that the photo was the dox.
Right.
Because that specific photo was from like him being in the background in a convention. Okay. So when you go to a convention, there's going to be people who are like media personalities and stuff like that. Generally speaking, you go in there with the full knowledge that your face is probably going to get posted on the internet because of like content creators or the convention itself, posting like their reels and stuff. So by going to a convention, you kind of already consent for your face to be out there in that sense. So I wouldn't consider the face doxing. But so I seen the Birdman post the same image. I was like, that's funny. He did the same thing. So I checked back that thread and the Yellow Flash had said, dude, that's not me. This is just a random chatter with cancer.
Oh my God.
And in response, after being told this, this is in my first video.
Right.
In response is a post of a screenshot from the Reddit. And on Reddit, people have claimed that this guy is Yellow Flash. Now, what they do in that Reddit thread, and it's Saltier Than Crate. It's a snarking subreddit.
Okay.
Where they had posted this. So in that post, they claim it's a Yellow Flash. They show images that are not from conventions. They are private images.
Okay.
And as well as post his first name and the generalized location of where he lives. So it's like this small area, like in the United States, not that big of a population. It does not take that long to find the guy's location. Right. And according to the Yellow Flash, this guy has been like walked up to in real life, like during his normal day, and has been asked if he's the Yellow Flash, where people have like said things about him thinking that he's the Yellow Flash.
That's
so
insane.
This guy. So I'm saying in conjunction with the photo, the PII, and like the name that I'm calling it doxing. Okay. So again, to reiterate, that was after the Yellow Flash had already clarified that that wasn't him. Okay. So Birdman had screenshotted that and then posted that in response to hit that clarification. So he just doxed the guy.
So he just went after, in knowing the context that it's a cancer patient, posted that image, is what you're saying, right?
Right.
Insane.
Yeah.
So would you say we should start with your first video on it, or would you say skip into the most recent one?
I guess we can kind of like skip it because there's not much to say about it. Like there's kind of like some funny moments. In the second video, I'll just like add a little bit more context. So he responded to me, even though he had blocked me, because I had specifically went to reply to his newest post. Right. And all I said was, why did you dox this guy? And I posted the images that were censored. So I censored the guy's PII. I'm like, why did you dox this guy? Immediate block. Never responded.
Interesting.
So, in the
What the
second video,
fuck?
he responds to me, and in this response, he says you can't dox people from the basis of their photo. That's not true. I think everybody in drama content knows that's not true. You can dox people from just a basic like photo, like face recognition software, et cetera, et cetera. But the other thing was that he, what was the one thing that he said that was like really fucking stupid? The first paragraph has, oh yeah, there you got it up.
Yeah.
So he admits that like he did do his due diligence, meaning that he didn't research this, but he still has the images up.
Right.
And then
okay.
So he's done that. And he also mentioned that he used Google AI to back him up to make sure that this guy was not being doxxed and that the name was public. To my knowledge, Yellow Flash is not, like, you can see it in there.
Right.
Like, it says they correctly get his name, like in quotations, correctly get his name, which Google AI backed up. So what else could I have possibly done in that situation? Literally everything matched up. His name, his face, no pushback in the thread, no mention of cancer, etc.
Dude, that's insane. That's fucking insane. Because from my understanding, this
And
guy
then-
has kind of like a tendency of bringing up people's like if people do have a public face,
Oh, yeah.
he will bring it up
He-
as an insult.
He brings up people's full names. He brings up their fucking face. He
did that to
shows
Kino
KinoFlex's,
recently. Yeah.
like in KinoFlex, in his response to KinoFlex, he shows his fucking location.
Oh, really? Was that not
Yes.
public before?
So here's the thing where like KinoFlex is raped.
Mhm.
Because when he first started off his channel, his name was public and he used his private Twitter to post his videos.
Right.
So technically it was public, but realistically, should you be like as a 300K sub channel, like weaponizing people's PII against them?
No.
Probably fucking shouldn't. Like that's
Yeah.
just genuine harassment.
Yeah, I
It's
don't, I
fucking
don't,
harassment.
I don't see the need in bringing up someone's like old like shit that was clearly a mistake in terms of that regards. I wouldn't call it doxing per se, but I also wouldn't
Right.
utilize it. I think in terms of ethics, yeah, bad fucking move.
Yeah.
Like unless
It's
some
bad
guys like a
optics
fucking
easily.
unless some guy's a fucking pedophile, like if it's just shitter drama, why
Right.
why do
Again,
that?
this is all over fucking movies. It's insane.
Yeah, exactly. This is why
It's
the media
fucking
review
insane.
niche is absolutely deranged, okay?
Yeah.
Absolutely insane.
The other thing is that in response, because we were going over it in KinoFlex, so there's like a couple of highlight stuff, and then we can get into the newest video.
Okay.
Is that he mentions that in one of his responses, he mentions that that post only had his name, and somebody corrects him. It's like, no, it also has his location, and he just completely circumvents it and never responds about the location issue.
Jesus
Even though
Christ.
many people have brought up the fact that the location is also there.
Yeah. Fuck
So-
me. This
so,
guy's insane.
Like unequivocally, this guy is doxing.
Yeah,
And he
absolutely.
thinks that what KinoFlex did, like there's a whole KinoFlex drama. We can get into that like later on if you want the
I
context
think
for that one.
I think I know what you're referring to. Is that the thing that was brought
Yeah.
up with the Noah shit?
No, it was about his
okay.
drama with SK.
Okay, okay.
To be clear, he didn't dox, but he rolled over and said it was doxing. It's stupid.
Okay.
But
Okay.
if it goes of what? Oh, Nick Andrews is here. Hello. If you go by the standard, they technically made it public, but didn't intend it's fair game. There's like a billion people who are like fair game to dox now. True,
Yeah.
Nick. True.
Dude, the phrase "fair game" has been like entirely like even outside of this, it was kind of like an air saying. But dude, ever since like I've been like very far from like watching it with like binoculars, some of like the Destiny shit, the term "fair game" has been twisted for me so badly, man. Like
Yeah.
it's so fucking bad, especially with the context
Yeah.
of that situation of making certain people fair game for doxing.
Exactly. Yeah.
Crazy, absolutely insane, absolutely insane. Oh my
So-
god.
Like unequivocally, this guy doxed this fucking random cancer patient. So
Yeah. Is that like the main
even
thing
by
you
his own
cover here?
logic, he thinks that what Otterlynoah did by identifying that minor was doxing. It's
Mhm.
not. So by his own logic and his own parameters of what he says is doxing, he would have to admit that he's a doxer or he's grifting his position on doxing. He's grifting.
Yeah,
So
he's a
he's
grifty bear.
he's a grifter.
Yeah, he's a grifty bear.
But
I think Noah should do a video.
Yeah, exactly. But I guess we can get into the new stuff that I had released. I decided to not respond about like his doxing positions and just make it clearly about the Discord issue.
Okay. We shall see. We
So.
shall see. The Bergman server is a danger to minors. Of course it is. When is it not? We shall see.
And Future Nightmares.
Hello,
Let's
Future
not beat
Nightmares.
around the bush here. We're going to get straight into the Birdman's Discord server, the Nest. Before I show the screenshots I've uncovered from his Discord, I want to be clear.
So by the way, for some reason,
Do
I
not
can't
think
hear
the
your
Birdman-
stream. It's really weird.
Oh, you can't hear my stream? Oh, I think I know
Oh.
why. I think I had to change because I was screen sharing something before to someone. I need to fix that. Share stream audio. There we go.
Is a nonce or a groomer. If anyone claims as such to incite harassment, I will defend the Birdman for defamatory claims unless proven with evidence otherwise to those serious allegations.
Okay.
The Birdman server has no age gate and is full of minors, the youngest proclaiming their age as young as 13. Birdman even acknowledges one's age as seen here.
See, in California, less than 18 is a minor, but yeah, the 17-year-olds can go and see R-rated movies. Okay.
In full knowledge that this person is a minor. In just this year, in the year of 2026, this user would post a fully nude anime woman in the shower.
Christ.
Only blocking her nipples with her arm.
Dude.
This was never moderated, it's not deleted, and is still up live in Birdman's Discord server. From 2020 to 2024.
Oh my god.
Individuals.
Yeah,
in the
so it's
server
from
were
this year.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
So read.
openly-
So pause right now. Read the top one and then read the third one from Joshua.
Okay. Joshua says, you're 16. And then, okay, I've been through some shit. What I'm saying is that you have your entire...
the one below that one.
Below,
And
okay.
the next one by Joshua. Sorry.
It did for me too. Last year was the worst it got for me. I came figurative inches from just doing it. I had plans on plans, but I didn't. I stuck it out, and other than a porn addiction, I'm in a fairly okay position now. It'll always get worse before the calm, and my suggestion, find people, not online, trust me, it's not the same, that you jive with. My roommate now helped me out of the hole more than he knows, and that's because I push myself to meet people. So this is a 16... Oh no, sorry. This
He's
is
talking to a
guy-
16-year-old.
Yeah, about being
and
a
then,
porn addict. Right.
Yeah.
Fuck
Which is highly
hell.
inappropriate. Like, it's
Yeah,
completely
absolutely.
inappropriate.
Absolutely. What? Why?
But,
Dude.
I'm sad to say it might get worse.
Oh
from here on
boy.
out, so.
I can't wait. Oh, fuck the audio. Yeah, that's all the time.
Server.
Ah!
From 2020 to 2024, individuals in the server were fully, openly expressing their porn addictions and proclaiming they have a folder full of pornography.
I was kidding. I don't have any porn games. Max says, I have a whole folder full of porn, and you do this to me? So do I, but it's like shit you wouldn't like. Try me. He says, ironic. Max said, you don't know what I like. DMs then. Fuck me. Okay. Oh my god. And this is just their equivalent of the general chat?
Yeah.
Brother. Dude.
And these conversations were moderated
You can't
and were
be
allowed
for
to
real.
continue for years for the minors. Now, you may say these were just the fault of other users and not the Birdman himself. In 2019, while minors were active in the server, the Birdman would...
Sorry, that was
the pause.
that was
so
a completely
confused.
evil pause.
I thought I was losing my mind. I was going insane.
Type this
That's
out.
evil.
Identifying exactly where to go to get hentai.
So read that one.
Okay. If you liked Blade Runner, watch Ghost in the Shell. If you like action, watch Dragon Ball. If you like porn, Hentai Haven as you covered. Something for everyone, lol. Okay, so he's specifically in a server which has minors in it, telling them where to go ahead and find pornography.
Correct.
Fucking Christ. Okay.
And naming the website, saying,
Yeah.
if you want
yeah. Fuck, I forgot that was you in the video for a sec. I'm actually going insane.
the hentai,
I was like, yes, I do agree, Nightmares. Yeah, I thought you were still speaking. Okay.
go here. He would make another post about a Japanese, quote, soft core.
Lol, exactly. And boy, oh boy, rubs hands together. Would those people love to have married Yuka? I know I would have, lol. I'm a geek nerd gamer, and I've had gorgeous women. The fuck? They all knew I was like that too. Live and let live. That's my motto. Oh god, my voice. Absolutely. Here's why I love Yuka, besides the fact that she's a hot Japanese softcore porn model too. Lol. See who she's holding who she's holding in her hand?
It's a Blanca plushie. And he's like trying to insinuate that it's him. He uses Blanca as his profile picture.
Bro, this guy's a fucking degen. Fucking Christ, man.
In a server full of minors, to be clear.
Yeah, absolutely.
Star, allowing minors to find and engage in softcore pornography. Based off in this message, he seems to really enjoy that this softcore porn star is holding his plush.
How old is the Birdman? Do you know?
He's in his 30s.
Jesus. Oh my god, man. Fuck.
So at the time of this specific post, he would probably be like either just in his 30s or just below. He'd be like in his late 20s.
Yeah. Oh my god, bro.
Chance to date and marry her. One can only guess how much money he's...
Doesn't Ant support this guy as well? Does he?
No, because I talked to Ant before this video came out, and he's not in support of the Birdman at all.
Surprise, surprise, right?
So
that's good.
The Birdman has been denounced by Cremuglia in my DMs. So
oh wow, at least he knows how to do it for once. Wow.
Well, he was just happy I showed him. He didn't want to get blindsided by like a new video dropping. He's like, oh fuck.
That's nice of you to do.
To do things to that plush for his arousal.
You could have just released this video and you just gone like, Anthony supports this guy. What the fuck? What the hell, man? What the hell? You know.
Yeah. So
this is
I mean, like, if anybody like asks Ant about it, he'll probably tell you he doesn't support the Discord server. He's probably going to denounce the Birdman on that.
Fair enough. So. As he should.
Incredibly inappropriate, and shows the Birdman's reckless behavior has stemmed all the way back to the beginning of his career, and the lack of ability to moderate his own server full of children. Again, this is not grooming or pedophilia, but is normalization of sexual topics and showing minors where to find sexual content. These things make it far easier for minors to be susceptible to predation and grooming when topics like these are around minors and normalized.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like it's basically the idea of EPI. It's not obviously explicit EPI, apart from like that one image that you showed, but directing minors where to go to find that material. Yeah, I would class that under EPI. For those who don't know, early porn introduction is what I mean by EPI in that context.
My suggestion to the Birdman, given that he has fucked up once around minors and allows sexual topics to be talked about around minors for years with lack of moderation, is to make the server 18 plus and ban the minors in your server. It is never a good idea as a content creator to have an all ages Discord server because things like these can happen, as chat forums like Discord is extremely difficult to moderate when minors and adults are interacting.
Oh my god, it's like this whole stream is all like encompassing into like one direct message, right? We had it with Skittybitty and now we're having it here. Oh, it's so wholesome. So wholesome. Definitely the word I'll use there. For clarity, I describe it as normalizing minors, the idea that it's normal for random adult strangers to talk about them with talk about these things around them. Yeah, I agree. Like I've had to as many of you know, I've been working on a topic where that exact thing is basically the key thesis for the video. Basically, it's not grooming, but it is like still bad in its own right, and that's why we have words for things. I'm really losing my voice tonight.
But I would agree with Nick Andrews specifically what he said.
Yeah.
Also, Abyssal, the AI in that video was fucking funny, and I'm not taking it back.
Lamau.
I'm standing by it.
I had people telling me like, oh, if you're planning to cover the Birdman, yeah, you should probably like skip past the AI stuff because it was gonna get like it might get auto detected by YouTube and it may take you out. But
no, I've already I labeled it with AI, so
yeah, exactly.
I did the AI tag. If you don't label it with AI, you can get.
Ooh,
with the AI label, no, I made it very clear that there's AI in the video.
Yeah. I'll see how it goes. I don't think I really showed much of it. I don't think there is any in this video specifically so far, so I should be fine.
Not in this video. There's no AI in this video.
Thank God.
You fix this.
If I use any AI in the video, I'm always going to use the AI tag.
Yeah. The only issue is for me because I specifically marked my streams as like not including AI.
Right. Yeah, fair enough.
And issue a public apology. I will gladly give you a W, Birdman, and celebrate your decision to remedying the issue. If you become hard-headed, belligerent, and dodge the issue like your doxing drama, things will only get far, far worse for you. And this become a career ender. You lose nothing and gain everything by banning minors and keeping your server 18 plus. Do make the right decision. Also, as a final note to the end of this video, delete the doxing posts on your Twitter. If you do these things, I will gladly make a positive video and tweets about you for doing the right thing. And I will stop my crusade against you. No more videos, no more tweets. This will all end if you do the right thing. Oh, and one more thing, Birdman. If you decide to claim that these are lies and that these things never happen, I have no issue of sending every, quote, drama tuber the archive of your server. So please, it's in your best interest to not lie about this one. I also want to state for the last time that the Birdman is not a groomer or a pedophile.
Right.
He's extremely reckless and idiotic for his actions. Do not make me have to go to the defense of the Birdman. If you make these claims, I will defend him. Thank you for watching.
Best. Awesome.
Yeah.
Has he made anything
short and sweet
in regards to this?
It may not hit his desk because it's like
it's only
kind of
4
late
hours.
at night
Oh my
in
god,
the
this
US.
was only 4 hours ago. Oh my god, didn't realize this is so recent. Fair enough.
Yeah, it's a
Good
serious
video.
nightmare voice. I'm not doing like the commentary voice and going like, "Well, guys, this is like really like bad," and like me like overreacting on specific things. Like I wanted to like not have the music in the background, nothing, straight to the point, be as serious as possible. That this is like, I did make one joke regarding like the plushie thing. I thought that was funny.
Right. Fair enough.
But
no, yeah, I've had that. It's a weird thing you mention that. I've had that. Like, I look back at some like my my videos, and like the way that like my voice changes for different videos is so weird. I've noticed it when I've been recording a Ponder one, just because of how much this topic has been murdering me and how long I've been spending on it. I just sound so done with everything. Like, when that video comes out, if people watch it, you're gonna just hear the utter defeat in my voice as I record that video. Like, I'm trying to, like, keep the energy up, trust me, so I can actually, like, project my voice. But oh my god, is it miserable. But no, yeah, I totally get what you're saying. I do hope the Birdman actually does take the criticism fairly, and doesn't go absolutely insane. Nightmare does a good Liam Neeson Taken impression. Do you? Is this true?
It's not even. I don't even sound Irish though.
Yeah. What's your? Give us your Liam Neeson impression. Microphone emoji.
Well, I am. How the fuck? No, it sounds more Russian. I don't know how to do an Irish accent. Fuck me. I'll get back to you on that.
Okay.
I'll get back to you on that one.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm told Dickers to send this stuff to Diorio and Mahler, so that way they cover it and blast it out.
Fair enough.
Clearly, like this is pretty egregious, and there needs to be a pressure for immediate change in that server.
Oh, absolutely. I don't understand, like, this is a guy who does, like, media review stuff. I don't know why, like, what boon does it give you for, like, releasing, like, PII and using PII as a threat and then also having a server with minors in it? I don't understand. Like, just make your media reviews and then, like, shut up. Like, it's not hard, bro. Like, I think I said this before, with the media review community, the second they touch something that is a serious topic, they lose their minds. They go insane and they do the most deranged shit possible with that, like, whatever that happens to be at that point in time. Like, it's happened with Anthony with, like, accusing harmful opinions of pedo jacketing. It's like, it's happened with Psy, it's happened with all of these people at different points in time. I don't understand what is with their inability just to be normal people. It's really weird. It's really bizarre.
Oh, I lost you. There you go.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, everything's bricking. Once the Ponder video's done, I should be able to delete all my fucking archives. Fingers crossed, but probably not, because I'll probably have to do a follow-up. So yeah, hopefully my laptop will run better.
Yeah.
But yeah, nice, short and sweet. And
But
yeah.
Short and sweet to the point. There was like I was gonna tack on the like obviously the Birdman like contradicting like what he thinks like doxing is. Where like he didn't do doxing, but he pleads like what Kino Flex and Noah did is doxing. I was gonna tack that onto the end of the video, but I was like, no. I feel like doing a short, sweet, to the point video and showing the severity of like the immediate issue is gonna be far more hard hitting than whereas like at the end it's like dumping more information than it needs to be.
Yeah. No, I think it's good. I've been enjoying your videos when you've been doing them recently. I think you should keep it up, buddy. Okay. The commentary arc of Future Nightmares has just begun.
Well, what I want to do for my channel, to be clear, is like I still want to do just internet research, so I don't want to like upload content all the time.
Right.
I just knew that like this Birdman doxing drama, most people wouldn't really care. But I just really despise the fucking Birdman. I just thought he was an arrogant asshole. So I just started to start like doing this war, and I was like, surely as like a basically fucking nobody, there's no way this guy's gonna like ever fucking respond to me. And then he responded to me, and I was like, yeah, I fucking won. I won immediately. This fucking holy war. So, like, I mean, like how, like, let's be honest, how fucking pathetic it is for a plus 300k sub channel to have to respond to a guy at the time, by the way, with less than 100 subscribers.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
That's fucking pathetic. That's unbelievably pathetic. Yeah. So yeah, I fucking won immediately when he responded to me, because now it's like, yeah, you're driving your fans to watch my videos, whether it's hate watching or not, and then they're gonna watch the newest video because they're hate watching me now to see what I say, and then they're gonna see the Discord stuff and be like, oh no, oh wait, that's really bad.
Yeah, I fucked up there. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see if he does address it. I'll be surprised. I don't know. I feel like he most likely will respond to it. There's gonna be more people to cover it. I know Dickers is gonna cover it whenever he comes back from vacation. Himpleton's gonna cover it. I'm told Dickers to send that to Mahler and Diorio. And I guess I'm assuming Nick Hendricks is probably gonna cover it because it's like really short, maybe. I don't know. Yeah.
But
hell yeah.
I mean, there's plenty of people who are gonna be covering this. So, and then I think somebody's posted it on YouTube Drama now, so it'll gain traction. He's gonna have to respond. So,
oh yeah, absolutely. Well, I do appreciate you hopping on. I need to actually just wrap up the thing with the I accidentally did not cover in the Skittybitty stuff. I forgot to address harmful opinions, apologizing to Skittybitty, and then I shall probably end stream. But yeah, I do appreciate you coming on, and I'll speak to you later. Have a good rest of your day.
All right, talk to you later. See ya.
See ya.
See ya.
Future Nightmares, everybody. 07's the Future Nightmares. Hell yeah. It's a good video. Very short little short and sweet topic, okay? And let's get into it, okay? And then I gotta figure out who I'm gonna raid you out to, okay? Let's continue this and then we'll wrap it up.
Yet claimed that to the end of child safety, they have abolished that role.
Nobody is able to ensure kids are safe online the same way they're not able to ensure they're safe at home or at school. That doesn't mean we shouldn't strive to limit risk factors in situations like this, and to that end, I have removed the minor role from my server.
So it's ridiculous pearl clutching that Skitty agrees with? In some attempt to counter it, Skitty refers to me calling what they're doing, commanding an army of child soldiers, as being very funny.
But the line this guy and then eventually Octo ran with was that I was commanding an army of child soldiers to harass people I disagree with, which is, of course, very funny in how absurdly dramatic and self-serious it is.
It is. I'm glad you agree with me. Now onto the title of this video, which you might be saying, why have you done that? That's horrible. That's too extreme, blah, blah, blah. It's really funny.
Which is, of course, very funny in how absurdly dramatic and self-serious it is.
Exactly. I said this before. It's a hyperbolic point to bring out the fact that you do have minors in your Discord server, and you were basically when you were targeting your audience to mass report OctoRock's Reviews Twitter account. Obviously, those minors would be included in that equation.
But the accusation it represents is that I'm in some way endangering minors by simply having them in my server.
That is literally the opposite of truth. I specifically state that that is not the problem. It does welcome minors. Generally, I'd say do not do that. But if you do, and everything's clean, okay. Jumping in post real quick, totally ruining the vibe of the video to add something I think is important. I said the problem was two things. The minor role, which apparently Skitty agrees with, and content Skitty was directing users to by pinging everyone. Skitty is adamant that there was nothing inappropriate for kids in there ever, but there's a problem. Skitty didn't just say report, Skitty instructed everyone to go and look at everything on Octo's account. What's on Octo's Twitter? What's it all covered in, according to Skittybitty?
I've also received a fair amount of heat for referring to the people Octo pals around with as Nazi pedophiles, but I can't even count the number of times I've looked at the profile of someone he's talking to and seen wall-to-wall lolicon shit.
Linking to and instructing people to look at someone's interactions when they interact with wall-to-wall lolicon shit accounts doesn't sound very fucking safe for work or appropriate for kids to me. Skittybitty decides to appeal to YouTube comments for some reason.
A quick glance at the comments under this video make it clear that this is not about keeping anyone safe.
You are supposedly an adult in their mid-20s. Stop with this playground click. Look who he's with, look who she's with shit. Skittybitty then says something incredibly bizarre about my last video.
Especially since the man who made this video went on to refer to 2 community members who he identified as children by their actual names in a follow-up video, even showing their usernames on screen. If he's so concerned about minors that he's convinced are vulnerable to abuse, that decision materially endangers them more than anything I've done.
More dangerous than anything you've done.
Okay.
That was me showing you doing that. You've actually done that around 100 times. And wait, hang on. This is a point about the identifiability of minors. I thought that was pearl clutching. I thought that was ridiculous. Now let's talk about what Skittybitty says about the contents of that video. The one they've apparently seen because they're talking about it. Skittybitty defends themselves by saying, wait a second. Skittybitty doesn't address anything in that video. I recommend watching it yourself, but I'll summarize quickly here. I found that Skittybitty was directly instructing individual minors on how to make a purchase, how to buy access to their private Discord server via Patreon without
they never bring up the visa point in that video in the slightest.
Their parents knowing, calling it the Skittybitty strat, and recommending using it for whatever else as well. Many people have defended it by saying, well, a kid could figure it out on their own, so whatever. Kids can look at porn on their own as well. But if an adult shows it to them, you break their legs. Similarly, kids, even kids as young as 13, as Skitty was instructing, can figure out how to get around their parents. But if a fucking YouTuber is instructing them on how to do that, how to keep secrets that will be shared with that YouTuber, that is beyond a red flag. This is a YouTuber who covers children's games trying to architect a scenario where they have dirt that would get a minor in trouble with their parents, and attempting to profit off of doing that. Even if a YouTuber doesn't do anything more than that, they have still engaged in predatory behavior. They're also an extreme liability for any platform they're on. Oh, but I know this person. They only have fucking good in their heart. No, you don't, you parasocial retard. Any YouTuber, any fucking freak online trying to pull that shit for any reason, one and done. Over. Get a fucking sense of perspective. This little fight with Octorok reviews is funny, it's fun. I repped on his video on stream. This stuff, though, is no joke. Do not care why someone is doing it. Do not care what YouTube comments are saying. Do not give a fuck what threads on drama and gossip websites are saying about someone. Does not modify what has occurred. Does not change the fact that Skittybitty can't see anything wrong with such behavior from a YouTuber. When brought up to them, merely describing it as innuendo. If you believe a kid is at risk, by all means, provide them resources. If necessary, contact CMEC or your national equivalent. A YouTuber should never, ever be directly instructing a kid on how to bypass their parents' wishes to give them money, whether it then occurs or not. No.
Spitting
hard
facts.
fucking no.
Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. I agree. I agree. This is everything that I've been saying up until this point. Yes. It is ridiculous for you to go to a YouTuber and that YouTuber to be basically like, oh, you need support? Give me money. No, just give them the resources that are from the official like listings, right? Like official government sources and stuff like that to give them support. And then you send them on their merry way, okay? That is what you're meant to do in that situation. But anyways, that is the conclusion to the Skittybitty drama, at least for a while, I think, okay? I'd like to think. I pray, okay? I pray. But guys, I want to thank you guys so much who have shown all the love and appreciation in tonight's stream. Thank you guys very much. And I will see who I'm raiding you out to, because I'm quite tired because I started this stream quite late. Otherwise, I would have chatted more. Okay. Let's play a fun game. I'm going to try and keep my mouse center, and I'm going to randomly click someone to be raided into, and we're going to go with that. Okay? Click. Okay, so I'm going to go send you guys to Queeman. Bye, guys.